rock for drugs, guys. Yeah, this is rock for drugs. I never took rock for drugs. I never took drugs, guys. This is rock for drugs. I never took rock for drugs. Guys, this is rock for drugs. I never took rock for drugs. I never took rock for drugs.
Wheels spin on the ground. Sky dark rolls a sound. Echo in the heart's core. Ride like never
Bros, I apologize. So I always look to see if the mic is on. The mic is on. Yeah, guys. I don't know. All I can say about that is there was some updates yesterday. And guys, this is how I fall behind in the chat, because I'm doing something else, watching the race, looking at some stats, and then I finally see you guys commenting. So let me just get caught up here. Let's get it on. We are definitely in the pipe. Joe Moore saying no sound. Same for me, no sound, no audio. Mechanical issue. Kilometer 0 for Colin. Yeah, guys. There was an update yesterday on my PC, so it was one of those update and shut down. So I think the Hypercast here, my microphone just said, hey, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So dudes, it has been about five plus minutes all day long. Milan went early with Vanderlee, Naberman, and Sevilla. Nicholas Sukowski did jump across to them. Okay, yeah, dude, yeah, I always get in trouble. Yeah, we're definitely in Italy, guys. Joe, thank you very much. Joe, he says he still sounds better than all those other horrible announcers. Yeah, empty. There's a cool castle there. Yeah, dude, sorry about that. Yeah, dudes, that's happened probably a handful of times the whole way, and it's usually that the mic is on, but there is a sound level I should check every day, and I just assumed once you get into the grind of this, dudes, still 124 kilometers to go. Yeah, and this was my plan, guys. I was going to jump on around kilometer 80. I think I got up at 2:39. The race started at 2:55, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wake up, have some delicious Italian cakes I bought yesterday. You're not going to believe what I did, guys. I'll show that in a bit. Nothing too exciting. X-Men's here. Rain and hail at Blockhouse. Could you imagine? Is there really rain and hail at Blockhouse? Are you kidding me? Yeah, we are definitely back. Gonzo Johnny. I was tripping. It was just me. Yeah, dude, it's just my mic. So generally, I have to just unplug it and plug it back in, and then it'll detect it. Then I have to select it. Sometimes I've even forgotten to select it, and I keep rambling on the whole time. So Milan went early and did get those points, guys. The last times we visited the Blockhouse, 2024, was the women's stage 7, won by Nev Bradbury. Nev Bradbury. I think she's a Lidl Trek rider. Oh, Canyon SRAM. This is Nev Bradbury here, so female rider here. Yeah, still Canyon SRAM. DNF'd stage 6 of La Vuelta, the second last day. Lottie Kopecky. Stop doing that. Just having a quick look here, guys. Hockey stick stages in the Giro history. Stages more than half of the vertical meters in the final 15% of the road. That's what I was saying about today's, guys. I was just telling my buddy this too. The first half of this race, nothing. The 4,400 meters of climbing, it's all virtually back here. Second half of the day, the final. We're at the halfway point now. We are just over halfway. We've done 123 Ks. We still have 122 to go. And you know what? When I say all the climbing's back there, it's surprising. In just the first 120K, we've already climbed 1,400 meters. 1,300 meters. I think we're 44.50 on tap today. It still says here 31.38 meters to go. So over 10,000 feet of climbing coming up here, guys. Gonzo Johnny, where are you from again, dude? I think I remember you. Gonzo saying long, uncategorized climb here, 10 kilometers at 5%. Yeah, dude, that's what I like to point out. And glad, Johnny, you saw that. Like, all this stuff here, uncategorized. Like this bump here in the middle of the screen, kilometer 140 to 148, absolutely uncategorized for this race. If we were in Italy and you jumped on Climb Finder, VeloViewer, I'm sure that's got a good name for it. In fact, why don't we jump over to VeloViewer for a second? We got no name there either. Where will we be when we hit that? Let's have a quick look. It's this category. Oh, it's Roccaraso. It is Roccaraso. I did look at this climb earlier. Roccaraso. So here they're saying it's the part that they categorize 6.9 Ks at 6.5%. But yeah, you could easily stretch it out. I would stretch it out to 25Ks at 3%. That's what I would do. That's tough enough as it is. And we'll bounce back here. So again, guys, this is where we're in Italy. I was blathering on earlier. Yeah, this is where... So Naples, yeah, guys, this is what I was saying yesterday about the terrible finish. Here's that parking lot, San Ferdinando. And here is this horrendous double 90-degree corner. Shiny, polished. I don't think they were wet. They were just slick, shiny, polished. Groenewegen and his teammate, who I believe was Kopecky, went down right here. Magnier had to put a foot down. Went from about 15th after the corner to 3rd place at the finish line, which is probably right up here somewhere. I was saying 2 also early when you couldn't hear me. I would have had to finish back here somewhere, if possible. I mean, there are some parking lot areas. Probably the best one would have been right here. This ferry entrance, but maybe that was the issue. Like, hey man, this is the entrance to the ferry. You can't do that. Construction going on, but that could be an old picture too. There would have been parking room here for the racers to finish right here somewhere, but I don't know. Whatever. Walk it off, bro. We moved up the coastline, and today we are in Formia. Here's Formia, guys, just up the coastline. And we work our way across all the farmlands, and I can see it from here already. I think we skirt around these ridges here. We probably hit... There's Roccaraso right there. So we do clip Roccaraso on the way up there. Looks like a ski resort. Sure, ski resorts, province of L'Aquila. Yeah, it is a skiing area. You can see all the red ski lines here in the area. Probably skirt along this road, and I think we come around and we come up Blockhouse. Blockhouse is right here, Monte Blockhouse. The big mountain in the area is called Monte Amaro. Monte Amaro. You can see it there. Vismo on the front. We've got Bahrain Victorious present. Where's the pink jersey? I think he is just hidden behind his teammates here. Lotto Intermarché at the front as well. Actually, where is the pink jersey? I can see him further back now. He's probably sitting 40 or 50 riders back. Uno X looks like they're up to something today too. Bahrain's going to have to be present today up there, guys. Again, 5 riders up front. Last year, it's saying Diego Pablo Sevilla, he finished 44th in the KOM competition. Right now, he's got 42 points over Igor Arrieta, Nelson Oliveira. On tap today, we got some points coming up. We got a Category 2, 18 points available. This is equal to the climb we did a couple days ago. And then we got a Category 1, which I'm going to dispute at the end. Ooh, and because it's probably a hilltop finish, a mountain finish, I think they've doubled the points. Yeah, that's kind of what they do. So normally, I think this Cat 1 would be 25 points. They double it because it's a mountaintop finish. I would say, I'm going to argue that's an HC. What do you guys think? All you guys that watch a lot of cycling, 13.4K at 8.5%. Aaron, I know you brought up the Alpe d'Huez stats a few days ago. What was it, 14K at 8%? Thereabouts? Okay, chat time. We're catching up, guys. Jai Hindley in 2022, Nairoman and Dumoulin battle in 2017. Yeah, Jai did win here, I think, a few years ago back. Isn't that when he won? I think that's when it set up his win, and I think he held the pink jersey almost all the way at that point. I think. I'll have to check the stats out on that. Oh, X-Men saying Eurosport is reporting about moving the finish line. And, okay, is this in reference to the hail and rain that Aaron mentioned? Okay, Gonzo Johnny, Netherlands. So Gonzo Johnny is from the Netherlands. I've been here before when you started out doing these streams. So probably last summer. Dude, isn't there a famous bike shop in Austin called Gonzo Johnny's? I think there is. I think it's the store that Lance kind of backed way back when. I think he kind of funded the shop. I'm positive it's called Gonzo Johnny's. Pretty sure. Aaron saying first half was a loop back to the start called the Route des Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mellow Johnny. See, Aaron knows it too. Gonzo Johnny makes me think of Mellow Johnny's bike shop in Austin after the way Lance's kid said, Mayo Jean. Yeah. Dude, is that why they called it Mellow Johnny's? I didn't know that. Because Lance's kid didn't say Mayo Jean. Mellow Jean. Mellow Jean. Okay, it's the Mellow Jean. Oh, it was reindeers, I like to call them. If it was reindeers doing the final lead out for Dylan Groenewegen, dude. And I was positive, dude. I was going hard for Groenewegen. I think I made a comment, probably in my Discord, the Inside Cycling World Discord group. X-Man's in there all the time. Scott, who's here a little bit, he's in there. Guys, sip of coffee. Julia Ciccone on screen here now, having a quick gel, number 61 for Lidl Trek. Yeah, dude, I was convinced yesterday Groenewegen had it. I thought going into that last corner with the lead on the cobbles on that 90 degrees, it's so close to the finish there, you're just in the right position. They did it all right. Yet, if you notice, the guys that went out wide on that corner, they're all the ones that crashed. The guys that took the inside line, they stayed upright. Maybe just because they were going a little bit slower. Everyone was falling on the outside. I mean, there's probably 8 or 9 guys that fell, but still. Aaron St. Colin, Robbie McEwen gave a note about the change to track cyclist grinders on America's yachts a few years back. Okay. Yeah, they call them. Yeah, they're called. Yeah, they were called grinders. I know what you're saying. Now they're pedalers, and there is that track cyclist. And you know what? I think he has a greasy stash. Does anyone know the name of the track cyclist from the U.S.? And I think he had a record in the 4 kilometer. I think he won a world championship. The 4 kilo greasy stash. I think he has an old soundy name too. He is on one of those ships. I won't say yachts, because yachting is for the elite. Yeah, Aaron. 245K is San Remo, like only with 4,500 meters of climbing. I know, this is an insane stage, guys. And that's why, at 3 a.m. I'm kind of like, do I really want to talk for 6.5 hours straight? I kind of do. But my friend, he's an all-nighter type guy. He gave me a shout, so I talked to him. Blockhouse has the highest profile score in the Giro. Yeah, there's one other stage that's probably almost as tough as this. I think it's stage 20. I did look at that 2 days ago, guys. I told you I'd come look at it. It's either 19 or 20. Probably stage... Yeah, this one here. 4,888 meters of climbing. So more climbing, but maybe not as tough. The finish is not as tough on that day. Category 1, a 2. I think, and there it is. HC climb, the Paso Gal. We take that on. So we got it. Category 1, 2 Category 2s warming up for the HC climb of the Paso Gal. Another Category 2, the Falls Orrego. Guys, there's a big loop there. What's it called? I should know it. It's a big circular loop that they do there, and it takes on the Falls Orrego. It takes on the Gal. It takes on the Campagnolo, I think it's called. It takes on the Gardena. It takes on the Paso Sella. It's a famous route. It's kind of like a Grand Fondo almost, but they race it. I think it's about a 50K loop with a ton of climbing. So we're going to be in that part of the world there. And we finish here up the Category 2 climb. So just not as tough that day, the finish, with slightly more climbing. So that is stage 19. Stage 20 has to be pretty tough too. Stage 20, 3,800 meters of climbing. It is a hilltop finish. Category 1 hilltop finish. 14.5 kilometers at 7.8% is the final ascent of the day. This will be the deciding factor of the Giro right here, potentially. It'll be the last chance to win. It's going to be the last chance to win right there. So on tap that day, we've got a really lumpy, bumpy profile at the beginning, a Category 3, more lumps, Category 1, descent, Category 1, finale. Dudes, that's a couple weekends away. Jump back. We are on stage. It's hard to believe we're on stage 7 already. We're on stage 7 already, guys. 20 degrees Celsius out there. Weather during the race. Let's see what's going on here. Winds aren't too bad. Our winds died down last night, guys. Around 6, it was still howling out there. And then I think I was laying on the couch 7:38. I had to do a little bit of work late last night. And the winds just started screaming. In fact, the highest wind speed recorded, it said within the last 2 or 3 hours, was 3 Hills. Just 20 minutes from me. I think it said 103 kilometers an hour. Little farm town. So that's close enough. That's probably what we experienced too. Might have been at the same time. Dudes, still 5 riders in the break. 5:22. I think, yeah, it'll slowly start coming down now. Just going to catch you right up with the chat here because I got really far behind yesterday. Aaron saying Blockhouse is surely an HC or a Special in most races. Yeah, I don't know why it's a Category 1 today. How long until Jonathan Milan gets dropped into the back? Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if they get caught on this first climb. So this climb that's going to finish up, the one that Gonzo was saying is uncategorized, yeah. I think Milan will be caught on this climb. Yeah, a quick gel. Yeah, a quick gel in a gilet in the Giro for Giulio Ciccone. Mellow Johnny's, I think. That's Charles Todd Sullivan. Yeah, it's Mellow Johnny's. Jasper Sorvin said he saw Dylan and Elmar pedaling on that cobbled wet corner. So it was wet. I couldn't tell if it was raining. It rained right after the race. So maybe there was a little bit that went through. Okay, Gonzo saying about that stage. Yeah, that was that stage 20 stage, I believe. Eddie's asking, our Category 1 is Or's category. Today's Category 1 is HC, to me. This is an HC climb. I mean, just the way that people talk about the blockhouse. And all the blockhouse is an old fortification from way back when. I think it's like well over 100 years old. It's pretty destroyed. Monte Aquilia, known for its sausage, apparently. Guys, I'm kind of off my game right now. Aaron, just thinking about 4,000 kilocalories of gel for a day like this is making my gut hurt. Jim from Las Vegas. Morning, gents. Time for Jonas to take over. Just a matter of how much time. Yeah, dude, this is going to be the interesting part. And I keep mentioning it in my other Discord, the Team GRC Discord. Guys, I'm in the long sleeve today. I'm in my Cranked. That's the bike shop in Airdrie down the road. My favorite bike shop. Got the long sleeve on today. I felt a bit chilly down here in the 10x10 cube of Cycling Domination. Didn't ride my bike yesterday. I got sidetracked. Yeah, so the GC guys at some point are going to have to go. And they're all in the exact same situation. They're all, okay, who's going to lead it out, boys? When do we start slowly pulling back some of this time? Aaron, talking to Eddie, Or's category is harder than Cat 1. Or's means outside or above. And it's called so because the old French cars had no gears to get up these areas. That's right. They used to rate climbs based on what gear you have to go down to. That's the story anyway, allegedly. Yep. Gonzo is agreeing with Jim from Las Vegas. Gonna have a hard time holding on to pink. Might get close. Yeah, dudes. Can Eulalio step it up to the next level? Can Bahrain pull it all out and hang? Make it hard for these dudes. Dude, I think they will. I think they're going to make it hard, which is going to put Jonas, it's going to put Pellizzari, it's going to put the Trek team under pressure, any of the other GC contenders, and it's going to totally change the dynamic now of just, yeah, Jonas is going to win it. Yeah, Jonas is going to win it. Now he's going to have to try. It's not like he's sitting 35 seconds back. But you can lose a lot of time on these climbs. So let's see who else loses a lot of time. You know, it's just one of those things where you dig just a little too deep, too early, and all of a sudden you're out the back suffering. Aaron saying not having the first climb without categorization is cruel to the break. Yeah, they should be getting some points here. Dudes, we see it all the time. Like, this climb could easily be categorized. Why isn't this a category 2? Why not? You know, we see other days where there's 7 categorized climbs. Pablo Sevilla's up there. He would be getting more points. That's why he's there. He's hoping to hang on. Stage 1, Magnier. Stage 2, Silva. Stage 3, Magnier. Stage 4, Narvaez. Stage 5 would be Arietta. Stage 6, Ballerini. Those are the winners of the stages, guys. Oh, wow. They're calling it the 3x2. 3 teams have won 2 stages each. Soudal Quickstep, 2 for UAE, 2 for Astana. Dudes, who would have mentioned Astana before this race as doing something? I wouldn't have. Yeah, they got quality riders there, but but also not. Uncle Traveling Matty. Oh, hey there, buds. How is the Giro treating you? Big boys win today. I think Jonas had a wry smile. Oh, I like that. Rye. Every fortnight he has a rye smile. Dude, we're going to start using rye more often, too. When I think of rye, though, I think of Canadian whiskey, guys. Quite rye. Oh, I missed the kiss. Jonas has already waved and gave the kiss. Yeah. Well, let's just see, guys. Let's see how this pans out. We have 110 kilometers to go. The day's kind of starting now. Let's just say it right now. Kilometer 130 for the 5-rider breakaway is the start of the day. They've had a 130 kilometer warm-up. We're riding 20 degrees Celsius, guys. At the finish, 11. And you know what? It is quite cloudy. Quite cloudy. Those clouds are low. I could see there being rain coming up, dudes. There's going to be some rain coming up, I believe. Good morning from Matt. The other Matt. Aaron saying third place seems to be the placing of interest with at least 8 guys in play for that by the end of the race. Yeah, dude, let's take a look at the actual GC. Afonso Eulalio, first place, 2 minutes, 51 seconds back. Igor Arietta of Team UAE. Christian Scaroni, Astana, at 3:34. Then we've got Ricagni here for Soudal Quickstep at 3:39. Colset at 5:17. And then just a schwack of riders coming. The main GC group is 6 minutes, 12 seconds down. That includes the entire crew. I think the only rider that I would say is outside of the main GC is Derek G. He's a further 1 minute back. I would assume he's the leader for Lidl Trek. But he lost a minute to that mechanical that one day. Well, he lost a minute one day, I think, in that crash, and then had the mechanical, but was brought back. Virtual GC right now, what do we got going on here? About the same, because everyone that's in that front group, as you can see here, guys, everyone in this front group is so far down. The best placed rider is Nicholas Zukowski from Canada. He's 22 minutes back, riding for Q36.5 Pinarello. Dude, yeah, dark and gloomy clouds up ahead. You can see just little bits of blue sky peeking through right now. Yeah, we're getting wet. Let's get wet. Empty saying, yes, Eulalio is a climber that won't lose 6 minutes on Jonas. He is talented. Dude, that's what I'm hoping for. Let's give Jonas a little bit of a struggle here. Can't just hand the races to these guys. I mean, Jonas, what was he, a 3-19 favorite? Next favorite, I think, was Pellizzari, I believe. I think the last thing I looked at was 8 or 11-1. And Jonas is a 3-19. Such a huge favorite. I think it's changed now. Joe was saying, I missed your voice for the first half of the race. Yeah, dude, I had the mic off the whole way. Dude, is the mic good now? Yep, mic is working now. Okay, just had to double check there, guys. So I do need to look at my audio mixer input capture every time. Colin, come on, dudes. Empty saying Jonas also does not want to do the TT in a Giro suit, but a Visma one. Oh, really? Yeah, he wants to wear the Visma skin suit for that. Not the pink stuff. Dude, I think we saw that before too. They didn't want to wear... Maybe it was Poggy at the TT. Am I right about this, guys? They talked about that. He didn't want the jersey because he didn't want to ride it in the tour-provided kit. He wants to use his own kit. because it's probably more aero tested. Eddie's talking about the Highlands here in the Malaysian race. The Genting Highlands, that's right. 1,640 meters. That's pretty high. I think the highest points we see at, say, like the Tour, I think is around 2,100, 2,200 meters. Like the highest. Tactical battle on the blockhouse, given head and tailwind switches and different types of climbing styles. It's all coming up, guys. It's all coming up. Dudes, we've quickly lost time. We went from 5:30 down to 4:45. 5:30 down to 4:45. We're just on the initial slopes here. You can see now, it's probably like a 3-kilometer gap. Tallest riders in the Giro, Max Volscheid for Lidl Trek, Jonas Ruch, Lotto Intermarché, Ben Turner, Net Company Ineos, Jonathan Milan for Lidl Trek as well. And those are all like guys that are walking around at 6'4". Dudes, I did want to show you this here too, so let's take a look at where we're at. We're heading right now in this lumpy, bumpy area. We're out of the farmlands, mostly. Yeah, out of the farmlands, more into forested areas now. I just saw a nice, pretty lake over here. This kind of like, I would call this like glacial-fed lake. We have a lot of these in the Rockies here in Canada that, I don't know what you want to call it, like aquamarine color maybe. Lake Louise is like that color. Moraine Lake is like that color. Then here, what were we heading through here? Little farming area again. Before we take on the Rocoraso. Man, I need some Bike Terra, guys. I need some Bike Terra. I keep checking. Let's go, Afonso, I believe. Yeah, me too, man. I'm hoping he does it. Wout is not here. He's not here. Campenarts is, dudes, let's take a look at Team Visma Lisa Bike for Matt here. We'll take a look at all the riders. Jonas, Victor, we lost Wilco on stage 4. He didn't start stage 4. Timo, Kylix, someone mentioned Timo this morning. That's a name I don't know that well. Sepp Kuss, Bart Lemon, Piganzoli, and Tim Rex. Let's take a look at Timo Kylix. 26 years old. Bigger dude. Hide the wins away from Jonas. Did ride Tirreno Adriatico, so we should have seen him there. Probably just hidden the pack most of the time. Best results for this guy. Not a lot of stuff you're going to know, guys. Stage at the Tour of Wallonia. I think that race is on right now, too. Is that right? I think the Tour of Wallonia is on right now. Wasn't there a Wallonie race yesterday? Yeah, there is. The Lotto Circuit de Wallonie 1.1 race, won by Riley Sheehan. I did see that yesterday in the feed. We got the Flèche du Sud, a 2.1 race. Matty Brennan, sprinter for Visma. We've got the Azerbaijan race. That's a 2.1 race. Tour of Hungary, that's right. Benoit Cosnefroid winning over there for UAE again. How many races have they won now? Let's take a look at the finish of that race there. Benoit Cosnefroid, Alexis Reynard, Max Cancer for Astana. Okay, Astana's doing good. Fernando still racing for Caja Rural. Tim Merlier not winning there, but Tim Merlier does have the GC there from probably winning the sprint stage the day before. Let's take a look at sprint day 1. On the flats. Oh yeah, I think I looked at this pan flat this day. Pan flat, Tim wins. Wances Boston Milano, second place. Phil Bauhaus, third. Cancer, Gaviria, all the names you'd expect. Nice placing here for Modern Adventure Pro Cycling. Tyler Stites in 9th place. Just trying to scan the results. And then day 2, I think, was equally as flat yesterday. Like, just brutally flat. Look at these. Oh, one lump. Merlier did not. Merlier, say it that way, call him. 6th place that day. Let's get back to the Giro. Tour of Hungary's on too. Okay, getting caught up in the chat again, guys. MT420. I knew Astana was going to do well since they changed their strategy to dominate the slightly smaller races by sending their best riders to Giro instead of the Tour, for example. Okay? I'll have to take a look at their Astana team for the Tour coming up. Not all the teams have even been filled out for the Tour de France yet. It's smart. In the Tour, these riders are way less likely to do well. Correct. We got no Wout in Italy. We do have Wout Poels, though. I'm pretty sure he's here for Unibet. Yeah, he is. I saw him a couple days ago. Yeah, we saw him a couple days ago. Unibet, Rose Rockets, Wout Poels. We have the other Wout. Actually, I just saw a video of the two of them riding together just a couple days ago on YouTube. Wout talking to Wout. What about Wout? Yo, Drew, as they say for the Leadville Burro races, get your ass up the pass. That's what today is, man. That's what today is for sure. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Yeah. It's from Aaron. Oh, we're talking about whiskey and rye. Whiskey and rye. Yeah, dudes, I think Alberta is known for... I have a friend who lives in Arkansas, and he's a real bourbon guy. Bourbon guy. And guys, I don't think I've ever had... I might have had one shot of bourbon in my life. So, okay, what is it? Guys, sorry. I'm not a bourbon guy. So bourbon is corn-based, correct? And our whiskey here is rye-based. But they're kind of both whiskeys, correct? Isn't that right? I don't do a lot of drinking. Yeah, no Wout van Aert, only Wout Poels. Jim saying, interesting to see how Jan Christian holds up today. Yeah, dude, I know. Young rider, and where is Christian here? He's right with the GC group. He's 6:16 back. I'm going to be watching Christian Scaroni here. Won the GC of the Tour of Oman early this year. Won a stage of the Giro last year. Decent rider. Yeah, here, Tour of Oman. He won it on the last stage. Won that on the last stage. He was second going into the last stage, first overall. Check the GC on that one. Beat Christian Rodriguez, his teammate, Adam Yates, Max Moro Schmidt, Paul Double. Again, that Paul Double guy always shows up at the end. Nairo Quintana was there. That's earlier this year, guys. Let me get focused here on what I'm doing. Aaron saying current GC means nothing. Yeah, dude, it doesn't mean a lot right now. I guess for me, it's just all the main GC guys are quite a ways back. They're all going to have to start figuring out how they're going to start catching up. Okay, just looking at a lake here that was dammed up. The Volturno River was dammed up for hydroelectric power production. Looks like probably an earthen type dam, I believe. The dam itself, you know, it's not that deep. The lake is only 36 meters deep. Italy looks fantastic. I think I could go here for a year and you could just keep exploring and exploring and exploring. Aaron saying, surprised Christian did not go in that break. I didn't actually see when the break launched this morning. I had this running and I looked on Flow Bikes and they said coverage only starts at 4:40. If you saw the stream this morning, guys, I initially set it for 4:45. Jumped online. The thing's been streaming the whole time. Visma on the front right now. Jonas is paying attention. Looks like we got some boys pulling over to the side here. It's either a nature break. Yeah, it looks like just a little nature break over here. Derek G on the vest. He's actually putting a gilet on right now. So it's cooling off. It is gray and cloudy. Temperatures are dropping as we start to climb. There might be a smidge of rain. A lot of dudes are in long sleeve jerseys, guys. I'd say at least a third of the group. This is Ben O'Connor here, number 141 for Team Jaco Alula. Oh, Eddie's asking for what the time cut is. Eddie, I don't know what the time cut is. Sometimes it'll show up as like estimated time cut time. Oh, dudes, look at this stat here. The longest stages in Giro history, 1914, 430 kilometer stage. 429, 428. Yeah, come on, dudes. Like, these olden days stuff was just like a torture test. This is the longest stage of the Giro. We've already done the second longest and the third longest. So after today, at 2:44, our next longest stage we won't see until stage 17 at 202 kilometers, which was half the length of the stages they were running in the 10s and the 20s of the early 20th century. Back in the good old days when they had like just terrible equipment, had to fix your own bikes, 2 gears, gravel roads. They ride for like 18 to 20 hours straight. Dude, I wouldn't even be able to do that on a modern bike. Like, I wouldn't. So, props to those dudes from the old days. 16 degrees Celsius out there, guys. Drew says, like it, kids. Just click for Colin. Yeah, click for Colin. That's what we're going to call it. I need to have a telethon. Click for Colin. Okay. Gap already down to 4. Yeah, it's still sitting at 4:45. I'm going to give it a little refresh here, guys. Yeah, so they did pull it back real quick. They pulled back about 40 seconds, and then they just shut her down. Dudes, they're crossing over this gigantic bridge here, like concrete columns. Dude, this bridge, I'm going to guess right away, is probably at least 100 meters up from the ground. At least. Crossing over like a, some kind of valley system here. Oh, there's construction still going on one side. They've actually, yeah, they might be resurfacing that entire bridge. They got the heavy equipment. They got the JCBs out there, guys. They got the JCB equipment out there. I think JCB, I think that's a British brand. I think it is. So they've got it down to like basically one half of the bridge open. And the race has got it completely shut down now. Where are we in the world? Let's take a look at that, guys. I want to see where we're at on course here. Maybe we can see the bridge. Can we see the bridge? I think it's right there. It is. It's right there, guys. We can see the shadow of that bridge. So here's that bridge right here. I wish I could zip down for you guys, but I can't. I could probably do it on Google Maps. Where is the dam that we just passed? Here's one of those lakes. Trying to get some... Well, I can probably find this, I think. There's Roccaraso. There is that water I talked about. And here's the bridge. Yes, dudes. That's how we do it here. Let's jump onto the bridge right now. Here's the bridge. So we are up on this bridge area here. And right now, this whole side's shut down. They've got like concrete median, barriers down the middle of the road. And that's where we're going by. This is what it looks like in this part of the world. Fantastic. Wow. Oh, man, yeah, let's hit the people bar. The people bar before you cross the bridge on the way home. Dude, just roads everywhere here. It's kind of insanity to me. Look, and just a random soccer pitch over here. Just so random. Absolutely so random to me here. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Guys, I know what, completely off topic. Let's go over to Canada for a second. What's funny, guys? If you were to say, oh man, I'm up at Meadow Lake in Saskatchewan. Oh, dude, you're way far north. No, you're not, bro. You're only halfway up Saskatchewan. And you can see from this map right away, all farmland. This is all forest up here. All forest. I'm going to let's click this random spot right here. Saskatchewan. There's your lat longs. Let's zoom in and see what we can find. Let's see what we find here. How many roads? Oh my God, there's a road there. There is a road there. But dude, there's nothing up here. Nothing. If we probably look at this road, there'll be just a few roadside turnouts. Where is this road? Where does it go? Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, Larange. This is kind of end of the line here. I've done a dog race up here when I used to run sled dogs. This dog race used to go from Prince Albert, downtown Prince Albert, kind of the last big city in Saskatchewan in the north. We'd start in downtown, right here, guys. We'd cross the river, jump up here, come past the big Weyerhaeuser wood plants, come up the highway, and we go all the way up here. in minus 40 degrees Celsius weather. Montreal Lake was a check stop. Elk Ridge was a check stop. I remember all this so well. 20 plus years ago, guys. Wyaquin, another check stop. And Wyaquin, I think Wyaquin has nothing. Well, okay, that's Wyaquin, guys. That's it. So there's a little bit there. First Nations. And you go all the way up to La Ronge. And dudes, even here, like, you can just drop anywhere here. There's nothing. There's nothing up here except forests for as far as the eye can see. You get to Air-Ronge, La Ronge, and then the roads kind of start slowly petering out. And at some point, it's just ice roads in the wintertime. But look at this road going up here. South End, there's a big dog race up there. I thought you could only drive across the lake to South End. And, okay, the roads still keep going. Wow, this road might go all the way up to Indian Village. Surprised they can still call it that. Wollaston, there's another big dog race up there. Okay, guys, I'll jump back to the race. Sorry, I got really sidetracked there. But yeah, I'm just saying, Europe, stuff everywhere. Canada, they're nothing. Nothing. I'm going to catch up now. Click for Colin. Yeah, it makes me think of Cars for Kids. Yeah, I'm thinking like a Jerry Lewis telethon or something. Click for Inside Cycling World. Where are Don and Dave today? Dave's here. Yeah, he was here earlier. I haven't seen Don yet. Don slept in. Yeah, the Glacial Till. Yeah, the lake color Colin noted is from Glacial Till. Yeah, guys, whenever you're up in the mountains, it's the runoff from that. It's kind of like a flowery look. It makes the water look that aquamarine. Like when I say flower, I mean like it's like rock flour, rock powder almost. It's been ground up so much. Timo was a good rouleur. That was on Alpecin. Timo was a cyclocrosser. Dude, cyclocrossers, best cyclists. Dave had to do some early riding. Catching up, guys. Gotta catch up. I'm doing a quick bottle here. I've got 2 decathlon riders riding alone, and it is the back of the peloton, guys. You're at 101 kilometers in. Felix Gall's at the back of the peloton. He looks fine to me. They did send a teammate back to pace him back up. I think he was probably back at the team car or had a mini mechanical there. He is with Oliver Nason. Wow. Similar to Jai Hindley, it's been over 1,000 days since Felix Gall's last win. Courchevel stage of the 2023 Tour de France. 1,031 days ago. Wow, he has only one other pro win, the 4th stage at the 2023 Tour de Suisse. Okay, we'll jump back, guys, and I'm going to play catch-up again. Afonso looking really good here in pink. Kind of getting close to the top of this non-categorized climb. Damage is being done, it looks like. Which rider in the break is the farthest away from their place of birth? It's Nicholas Zukowski. 6,700 kilometers away. Pablo Sevilla, just a fraction of that at 1,450 kilometers from Spain. Milan, it's virtually his backyard, guys. Going over another one of those gigantic bridges. 420 saying, wasn't really a great cyclocross racer. Dude, I've never seen his name before in cyclocross, but I love cyclocross racing. Aaron saying, Cosnefroy doing great at UAE. Yeah, totally great signing for him. And like I think I mentioned before to you guys, Cosnefroy's here. Like, I'm not here to support, I'm here to win races. Yeah, they're just sending him to the other races that Poggy doesn't go to. Or Del Toro goes to. Like, let's spread it all out. Dave's in his full gas Giro kit today. Yeah, Dave sent me a picture earlier this morning. I'm like, who's messaging me at 4:30 in the morning? It was Dave. 6:30 in the morning for Dave, where he lives. Well, Wout Poels is currently 49th in the GC. Okay. Empty saying that our buddy, I think it's Timo, had only done 17 cyclocross races at elite level. Yeah, 104 kilometers ago means I'll have to go before I can even see the blockhouse. Yeah, I think Drew had to leave at 8:30 no matter what. Okay, so yeah, he did ride for Alpecin, who picked him up early, but he was never a top CX racer. Yeah, that Alpecin team is stacked with CX racers, guys. Lidl Trek has Thibaut Nace, another incredible CX racer. You know, Nace and Machu, that's kind of the big names, like big names right now. Alpecin also has Verstringe. He races CX every weekend during the winter. Okay, right here, guys, we're learning something today. Bahrain Victorious sitting on the front now doing the pacing. I can see Afonso Ulalio currently riding about 8th, 9th position. We've got some Visma riders up there too. Under 100 kilometers now, guys. Bourbon whiskey must be 51% corn base and be stored. Oh, it's the barrels too. That's right. And be stored in charred American oak barrels for at least 2 years to put bourbon label on it. But it's whiskey, right? Kind of a whiskey? Dude, I don't even know what defines a whiskey. Eddie's asking how many wins for a team. UAE is like hands down. Empty Stain, I know, but I watch a lot of CX, so I knew he was not really known for that. He's a rider that can still step up in my eyes. Yeah, Verstringer's good. Thibaut Nace, Vanderputter. Dude's like... Let's take a look. What's the best way to do this? Okay, so looking at Alpecin right now, there is no CX riders that I see there. But if you were to go look at Verstringer here, Verstringe, this guy's a true blue CX rider here. Rides a ton of CX. We'll look at his CX profile now. It's going to be Crelan Corridon. Gadoosh! So he rides on a different team in the winter against Mathieu van der Poel, who's his road teammate. And this guy, like, seriously races all the races. Telenet Super Prestige, the X2O, the UCI World Cups. We did a lot of these races, guys. I think I was pretty consistent up till about here. And then I vanished. Whole life disappeared. This was a good one, too. The X2O Bod Commerce Trophy GP Sven Nace. Dad to Thibaut Nace. Who won that? Machu. Verstringer second. Thibaut Nace third. Toonarts. Okay, hang on a second, guys. Toon races road. That's right. Toon's Lotto Intermarché. But in the wintertime, he's in a totally different jersey. And this is a team I don't know that well. This team I don't see very often, I don't believe. Although he was pretty on. Is that right? Did they change the team name? If we've got some CX fans here, man, I just don't remember that team. Okay, hang on a second here. Toonarts, isn't he world champion? Or Euro champion? I think they do the European champion early on. Right? Yeah, right here. UEC, Cyclocross, European Championships. They do it in November. First place. He didn't have the best CX season, though, after winning that one. I mean, having said that, Milan's dropped, guys. Milan's going out of that group now. I can see the 4 riders going up the road. Milan's out of the saddle, like a pro climber would do. 4 riders up the road. Milan just kind of hanging out by himself. Dude, not to say he did bad. 2nd, 4th, 5th place at big events, but not the same as being the European champion back here. So Toonarts is another dude. And this is just... Okay, so that's for Stringer. Yeah, someone else will have to fill me in. But they also have Niels Vanderputter, who I don't think does... Okay, guys. Oh, I feel so stupid. Tibor Del Grosso. This guy. 22 years old. Rides on the road all the time. You'll see him with Mathieu van der Poel at the Tour de France. Although it doesn't say he's in the Tour de France this year. CX profile. Let's have a look at this guy. Superstar. Yeah, so he does ride for Alpecin de Koenig, 2nd at the UCI World Championships, 1st at the UCI World Championship Team Relay, rides World Cup races, rides the Telenet Series. Incredible CX rider. They've also got Niels Vanderputter. So it's weird seeing Verstringer, Emil, riding on a different team against those guys in the wintertime. Yeah, okay, so we're going to jump back here, guys. And we're back to the racing. 96.8 kilometers to go here. Where are we on course right now? Slowly grinding our way towards the climb, guys. The actual categorized climb of the Roccaraso. And yeah, I'm going to have to really sticky bottle this. Dave, call him. We're Canadian. We can tour the entire country. 2 months, see everything, and understand half. Yeah. Okay, Gonzo Johnny, me too. It's why I remember Kylik as a CXer. Also watched the under 23 and junior categories in CX when Timo was tiny. Yeah, they're holding that gap really consistent right now. Let's actually have a quick look here. Is it dropping now? So Milan's back, 10 seconds. Milan's just going to slowly drift back. Pelaton at 448. $430K, that's a long drive for most Europeans. Yeah, imagine it every day. Dude, and they probably did that every day. Like, the original Tour de France, I think was like, I don't know, like 5,000 kilometers, and it was like 9 stages. Something like that. Like, just insane numbers. The whole point of the first Tour de France was to make it almost impossible to do. There was no teams. You had to do everything yourself, and they made the stages insanely long. Basically, just to stop the riders from finishing it. It was quite the spectacle. Yeah, fixed gears back then, guys. Like 1 gear. All they could do back then was flip the wheel and have a second single cassette on the other side that they could flip over. I guess then your tread pattern would be going backward. They probably didn't have tread patterns back then. 4 of the 6 longest stages in 1914. No wonder the world went to war. That's right. Bicycle Monkey from the Sioux here makes my 55K ride last night feel like a warm-up. Yeah, totally, dude. I know. When in reality, 55K as a train ride is hardcore. Nice. Yeah, dude. 55K, like inside, I would consider that to be a really good ride for me. 100K inside is like a death march. If you want to ride inside all the time, as Tom Schenk says. You know, it feels good, but you know it's not right. I wish Tom was here. Is there any surface on Earth we can't pull a photo of? There are some blacked out areas. We found some in Italy. Yeah. Yeah, there's bears all around here. Like, dude, you don't have to go far from here, guys. I never saw this happen. So years ago, guys, probably 18 years ago, we had a lady looking after the house. This is my prior relationship. And she called us in a panic and said there was a cougar in the backyard. We're not in the mountains. We're in the foothills. In fact, dudes, I'll show you. We're not in the mountains where this happened. So this is where I am right now. This blue dot here. This is where Colin lives. If you've never seen it, if you're a first time here, this is my house right here. There's Colin's house. This photo's a little bit out of date. I got a big Quonset back here. This is a little training area for the horses. Oh, those are some big round bales there. This area is all fenced off to keep the horses out. Old barn. Keep a bunch of junk in there. My trailer that's gone now. There is a little bit of a ephemeral creek that runs through my property once a year, and what you can see, the farmers fill up their dugouts. This guy's not a farmer. He has a little pond here he swims around in. This guy's a farmer. They come out here in the spring with their quads. They put pumps out and they pump water into their dugouts for their cows. The creek continues on. This dude over here has stocked fishing ponds. This dude over here. So he stocks us all up. But yeah, where I used to live, why am I talking? Oh, the cougar attack. So I'm here, and just up here, Olds. I used to live up here. Yeah, I used to live up here. Where's the 2.3? That is the 2.3 right there. Hainstock Community Hall. I helped build I built. Wow, is it not there? there's a playground set here I built. Wow, that looks new. My old house, guys, where the cougar attack. There's a cougar creeping around my yard. Was right here. I had a big log home here. I wonder if there's any photos. Can't see it here, guys. But so this is a big log home here. I used to have my dog yard right in this area here that the guys use now for horses. There was a cougar creeping around in this backyard area here somewhere. What's cool about this, from 1905, there's a sign here somewhere on the road. It appeared out of the blue one day. 4 riders in the lead, guys, 94 kilometers to go. Milan floating back towards the Pelaton. The gap has opened up to 5:05. Back in 1905 to 1927, I think it was, this was the general store and post office for this entire area. This location here. As you can see, we're not in the mountains. This is all still farmland. All farmland here. The Red Deer River starts here. This same Red Deer River here cuts its way down into the Badlands, where Dinosaur Provincial Park is. Probably one of the best dinosaur museums in the world. Mountains don't start till out here. You got a ways to go. So there's cougars floating around. There's bears floating around. There's everything out here. A lot of random chit-chat today, guys. So yeah, gaps opening up again because we are descending for a little bit, guys, before we take on Roccaraso. That's what's coming up. And you can see here too, we're going to descend. We're going back into the valley, and we will see some more farmland appear, just like what we're seeing here. I was going to say here too, I think it's humorous to me when I look at farms over in Europe. Just randomly, guys. Look here. We were by here today. But if you were to zoom in here, I don't know. Where are we? There it is, right there. Roccaraso. We're coming to it. And we're coming through this area right now, guys. This is where we're coming through. But what I think is funny is when I look at, like, in general, European, and funny as in, I'm not really making fun, I'm just saying it's just humorous to me. Like, the farms here, they're just tiny, like little tiny fields. Like, oh yeah, okay, here's your little field. Yeah, great. You know, here's a house and this is what they're farming. Here's another little farm here. You'll find full 1 mile by 1 mile blocks of the same crop here. And the farmers want that for their huge machinery. Mikhail Berg for UAE. He's 105th in the standings, just getting a little mechanical assistance here on the side of the road. Back in the team cars now. We will zoom out. So totally different way of doing things, obviously. We've got our front group of 4 riders. We got Milan by himself at 2:15 down. Looks like a seat post adjustment here. They got the Allen key out in that little slot there. I bet you the seat post was just sliding down a little bit. Got a little loose somehow. And our chase group here, the Pelaton, 164 riders. He's sitting on EF's car right now, just getting pulled right to the front. And I'm way behind, guys, aren't I? Way behind. Guys, I may have to go find some kind of coffee upstairs. Who's this? Mickey Lynn. Nikki Lynn? Oh, it's Dave. Is this Dave? Someone says, hi, hijack Roz's computer. Dave here. Is this the Dave from TO? Weird there. We were looking into, I don't know, they were showing something in the ditch there. I don't know what that was. PCS only gives 8 finishes in 1914. Dave's here twice now. Okay. Dave is also Nikki Lynn. AKA. Aaron's saying the time function is always a function of the winner's time. Yeah, it all depends how fast the winners win. That dictates what happens to the guys behind. Virtual sticky ball. Yeah, dude, I got to catch up. Okay, catching up. Aaron's asking Dave, who is Roz? Oh, it's getting personal here on Inside Cycling World, guys. And Gonzo, Emil Verstringer is the real deal. Totally, dude. Totally real deal. I see him winning mountain stages in the future. He skipped the CX World Championships just to be fit for the road season. Yeah, dude, I love CX. I've always kind of watched it, but it's always just kind of been, who? Oh, it's cool, man. They're riding through the dirt and the mud. I love it. It's such a cool idea. I'd never paid attention, and this year I finally did it. I don't know. Maybe I did 10, 12 CX races, X2O, Supitellinet, the UCI races, but not all of them. I kind of got really sidetracked around Christmas. And I was shocked how many road dudes just kind of like ride year round. They just get off the road bike, jump on the CX bike, just keep racing. Puck's another one. Puck Petersay. She does the same thing. Puck's probably got to be the biggest road rider for the ladies that competes in CX. Guys, help me out. Because I'm thinking of Celine. I don't think she rides road. Not at like World Tour level. They obviously all do. Matt saying, you gotta love that UAE deep roster, but they're gonna have to sign Colin too. Dude, yeah, sign me up, bros. Sign me up. Milan is gone. Yeah, Toon is in this Giro. Yeah, dude, I forgot all about Toon Arts from CX, but when I saw his picture, I'm like, yeah, that guy. And he is the Euro champ, so we did talk about that. Okay, yeah. November is late, not early, but we're getting saying, yeah, early in the CX season. Yeah, still the first half of the CX season. There's a really good American rider, too, in CX right now. I can't remember his name now, guys. So that CX stuff for me is November, December, January when I was doing the CX stuff. And you know what, dudes? It had some good views. I gotta say. There was videos I did for CX that were like 10, 15,000 views. Which is really good, actually. It's not Tour de France good, but that's a good turnout for a video. Sorry, guys. I'm skimming here trying to catch up. Oh, yeah. Maurice Guérin should have won the first tour, but yeah. DQ'd for the bellows assistance. Yeah, he had a kid pump the bellows when he had to weld his bike back together and got DQ'd for that. Yeah, the figure eight tubes around the tires around their shoulders. Aaron's calling. I'm heading to the Nationals Orioles game tonight. Bad day to be a dog. Hat night. What does that mean? Special hot dog promos. Oh, dude, I would love. I was saying to a friend. Okay, guys, I saw something on YouTube this morning called 50 Years. I watched about 20 minutes of it. This is 3 o'clock in the morning, guys. Coffee's made. Colin's sitting in the Inside Cycling World lounge area, the VIP lounge. Dude, it's very exclusive. Very few members or have ever been in the Inside Cycling World lounge. Yeah, I think it was called 50 Years, a summer of minor league baseball. It's like an hour and a half long. So if you're looking for someone to watch, some of you guys have probably seen this. Aaron's seen this for sure. I know that. 90 minutes long. It follows the Omaha Storm Chasers or something like that. Probably Oklahoma Storm Chasers. They're the AAA team that feeds the Kansas City Royals. Dude, I love that background stuff. I absolutely love it. And again, guys, I was talking with a friend again. It's got to be like baseball's the only sport where you'll see a guy like Trey Savage, who came out of nowhere last year for the Blue Jays, pitched in the World Series, gets injured in the offseason. I don't know. I think he played a little bit with Buffalo. Buffalo is the main feeder team to the Jays, Buffalo Bisons. But I know he played some simulated games down in Dunedin as well with the Blue Jays rookies. The guys are just moving back and forward all the way, all the time. That doesn't happen in other sports. Guys, tell me a sport that you know of where they do that. I think hockey used to do that. Now, I don't think so. But a sport I don't know about. Dave is saying, Nikki Lynn. I've seen a bear in downtown Toronto years ago. That's insane. Yeah, dude, in Calgary, there's all sorts of critters that come through, like the river valleys, bears, moose, lynx, bobcat. Anything you can think of will come into the city. Dave's saying nice property. Yeah, dude, it's not bad. It's just, dude, I'm just on a farm. I think I have 24.5 acres here. Not a lot of trees because I'm in the very start of the big farms. And my farm's not big at all. Oh, Dave's saying he was at Riverdale Zoo. It was Toronto's main zoo. Yeah, so it wasn't a wild bear. We have had bears just stumbling around Calgary. Gonzo saying Visma riding that non-categorized climb calmly and controlled gap, going now back over to 5 minutes for sure. Dudes, let's just jump back to PCS for a second here. So we're climbing Rockarasso. We are starting to get into the juicier parts. The front group of 4 riders starting to get into the juicy. It's getting steeper through here. Over on PCS, 93.1 kilometers to go, and that's not correct. 84 kilometers to go. Looking at it here on screen right now, 4 riders still up front. Diego Pablo just sitting off the back wheel of the EF rider here. That is Yardi Christian Vanderlee. Let's take a look at this dude. He's 46 minutes down right now, 24 years old, from the Netherlands. And I do remember this name a lot last year. I forget which race I really saw this guy a lot at. Geez, I don't even know right now, guys. Tour de France? Maybe Tour de France? Did he ride it? Vuelta. Yeah, I didn't do the Tour de France. Did the Vuelta last year. Probably in one of these breakaway days, I would have been watching him the whole day. Finished 93rd at the Vuelta last year. Okay, yeah, so we got those guys. Rockarasso, 7 kilometers long, 6.4% average gradient, saying here. Roz has made sure I'm surrounded by Colin's 2 huge monitors. Does anyone use a rifle or a shotgun for the Cougars, dude? There's probably farmers armed to the teeth out west here. Yeah, if you go half an hour, 45 minutes west from me, Aaron, you're like in the foothills, the mountains. There's all sorts of critters coming through there. It gets quite remote really quick. But it's not like Europe. We don't have roads everywhere here. Like, there's only a few crossings to get through the mountains. Dudes, I'll do it again. I'm going to fly around like I always do here. So, like, where I live in my part of the world, it's the same as the States, though. Pretty much the same. Like, here's Calgary. Right? Italy's probably like this length. Right? Italy's probably this length. Actually, let's do that right now. There's Italy right there. Boop, boop. It'll probably do, what, 2/3, 3/4 of the length of Alberta? There's, like, road crossings everywhere in the mountains. So where I live, and the guys, this is just a stupid comment here. Here's Calgary. There's the crossing to Banff. The next crossing, if you want to get west, you got to come down here. You got to come all the way down here and go through the Crow's Nest Pass. We talked about that yesterday with the Frank Slide. Blairmore, Bellevue, Sparwood. We talked about Elkford. There's no highway that takes you through here. So you've got the Crow's Nest Pass. This doesn't get a name. This is just Canmore, Banff area, Lake Louise. In fact, here is Lake Louise. Here's the colors of the Lake Louise. There it is, guys. That the glacial till. The waters, all the glaciers up here. And it gets that flowery look to the lake. Rock flower look. So you got to come through there. There's also this pass here, Saskatchewan River Crossing. But dude, these are hours apart. Hours apart. You got to drive. It's probably like a couple hours to get down here. Probably a couple hours to get up here. And then there is another one up here. The mountains really die out up here. You can see here that you don't have any of the huge mountains anymore. But those Rockies, we didn't build roads everywhere. Just kind of stops. Jumping back. 83 kilometers to go here. 82 showing up on PCS. 4 riders out front. Jonathan Milan somewhere in the middle. Byron Victorious and Team Visma Lisa Bike doing most of the work on the front right now. 5 minutes, 12 seconds back. Afonso's looking good for now, guys. Afonso. Every hill that they don't go for it, he's just, yeah, guys, I'm good. I'm good. Eulalio. Johnny Gonzo just uses his charm on the Cougars. Oh, a different type of Cougar. A different type of Cougar. Aaron says, Dave is saying to Aaron, actually it's Roz or Nikki Lynn, Aaron, don't shoot cougars. Their kids will sue. Drew saying, saw a mountain lion. Dude, just to see a mountain lion is rare. Crossing Highway 160 about 2 miles east of the restaurant. I just rejoined 3 weeks ago. Yeah, dude, they're rare to see. Yeah, both cougars are great. We love cougars. Not Polizia. It's Carbonari. That's right. Yeah, the reason farmland is not divided in perfect squares is history. Yeah, that's true. And still Whitley Bay's back. Gym and lunch done. Dude, I got to hit the bike today no matter what. I don't think I have anywhere to go today. Yeah. Probably go outside once today for a amount of 3 to 4 minutes. Femme Van Ampel. Yeah, she did burn out. Dude, that's what I thought too. Empty. Femme Van Ampel was kind of like, guys, in the CX world, like the queen of CX. And then she just said, yeah, I'm done. And she's young. She's young. Obviously here, Empty knows a lot more about CX than I do. And anyone else that's a CX fan, pipe in. I would just see her at races. And I think there was a race with her and Celine Carmen del Alvarado, whatever her name is again. Is that it? Carmen, Celine, whatever. And the girl, they would be so happy. They'd be loving life. And Femme would sit there just like, yeah, I won the race. Great. Like no excitement. You could just tell she doesn't even like doing this anymore. She hates this, even though she's the best. So Empty, if you have some background on that, I'd love to know it. It's like, I think she just burned out and was just hating being a cyclist. Hating it. Tim Merlier, exactly. That's where Tim came from. Tim, Tier 1 sprinter, on the road is a CX racer. I don't think I've ever seen Tim Merlier actually CX race, though. Fem's retired. Virtual sticky bottle time. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's right. Pauline, also a CX rider. Isn't Pauline CX, mountain and road? Like, she's done it all. Oh, Aaron saying saw a funny cycling YouTube short in my algorithm about cycling crushes. Think of Colin and Lorena. And 5 down to 2 were women, and number 1 was Vout. Dude, I saw that same one. I think it was set up for like, yeah, let's be creepy men and perv on the girls. And the joke was at the end, but we all love Vout the most, right? That was the joke I got out of that. So it was pretty girl, pretty girl, pretty girl. I can't even remember who they were right now. And then Vout. Guys, have you seen... I posted it on Inside Cycling World. I'll do it again. Here's Jonathan Milan getting caught right now with just under 82 Ks to go. There's a song from Europe by some weird... I'll say weird. An 80s group. Cherry, cherry lady... A guy with long black hair and a dude who played the guitar, blonde hair. It was... And someone did face swap, and it was Wout and Mathieu van der Poel. It's a famous song from the 80s. Dude, it's hilarious. I love that stuff. Drew's crushes Demi, Pauline, Puck. Yes, that's right. Bisons are the AAA affiliate. Oh, Brand. Yeah. Brand too. Gonzo saying, I suffered in Lucinda Brand's wheel. Dude, Oh, yeah, Lucinda. Yeah, dude, sorry, guys. Lucinda. Lucinda Brand right now is the best. Okay, guys, let's just dial it back. Guys, I've forgotten about the wintertime. Lucinda Brand, hands down, the best female CX rider out there. Does she ride road too? Yeah, she does ride road. Lucinda Brand rides road for Lidl Trek. Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. Guys, it's all coming back. The recall was kind of crappy this morning. It's probably the cold coffee I'm drinking. Lucinda Brand on a CX bike. Look out, dudes. She would destroy every single one of us. We could all put all our powers together and she would crush us. Yeah, Lucinda is amazing. I love watching her. Gonzo saying, I suffered in Brand's wheel during a training ride one time. She is from Dordrecht. What's her team? Yeah, who does she ride for in CX? I'll know it as soon as you say it. Yeah, gap right now at 5:10, guys. Just going to have a quick peek here. Family members of competitors that started the Giro before, well, obviously Adam Yates, brother Simon Yates. Look at this. Mattia Bass, who's racing. His brother Davide raced last year. Let's look at his brother. This guy, they're both on the same team. They are both on the same team. He's not racing right now. Two bros, probably twins, I would imagine. Then we got, wow, look at this. Jefferson Alexander Cepeda. Jefferson Alvaro Cepeda, that's his cousin. Okay. Tim Van Dyke, Mick Van Dyke, of course. Connor Swift, Ben Swift, they're cousins. And now I didn't know this one. Tim Rex, who's at this race for Visma Lisa Bike, his brother is Lorenz Rex. Soudal Quickstep. I didn't know that. So that's interesting too. Callum Scottson and Miles Scottson. This is another pair I didn't know about. They're brothers. Oliver Nason and Lawrence Nason. Who's Lawrence Nason? AG2R Le Citron Le Mondial. Looks like he retired way back in... No, he's racing gravel now. Looks like he raced World Tour up to 2023. Let's take a look. He did the Renui Tour, the Tour of Poland. Ton of races. Trobro Lyon, which just went off. Milan San Remo, Milano Torino. This guy was the real deal. Then 2024, look at this though. He does UCI Gravel Championships at the end of 2023. Next year he probably goes, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do this gravel stuff. So let's look at 2024. Gravel Championships, gravel, grit and grind. So he retired from World Tour and went gravel racing. Dude, amazing. 2025, dude, racing all over the place. What a life. What a life. He's in Spain, then he's in Italy, over to the US to the Sea Otter Classic, a massive race. The Chaka is now, from what I've heard, like one of the most brutal races out there. All over the place. Back in Belgium. Wow. Pretty cool. So I didn't even know Nason had a brother that raced. Obviously, he raced at the highest levels, and now he's blasting it in the gravel world. The Plankerts. Eddie Plankert and Baptiste Plankert. Van Riesel. Retired since 2025. 37 years old. So rode World Tour for Intermarché. And the last name, Mihalovic. Sorry, guys. We've got Turconi, who's racing. Turconi just won a race. No, he didn't. Turconi was in the break yesterday. I'm thinking of Fiorelli. For some reason, I thought that name was Fiorelli. Pastoum to Naples yesterday. We saw him in the break, I believe. Yeah, he was in the break at one point. Stefano Zanini, Markel Balocchi, his father Josiba Balocchi, and Markel's at this race. Sven Teutenberg, uncle to Tim Torn Teutenberg, Igor Arrieta, Jose Luis Arrieta. Wow. We did know Jonathan Milan's father, Flavio, raced years ago. Willy de Geest is the grandfather of Fabio Vanden Bosch. And Fabian Leonard also has a father named Erwin who raced in 1984. Dude, so much family history here. Guys, getting to the top of Roccaraso here right away. And the gap now, I think, is still pretty much the same. 5:10 from the Breakaway group of 4 riders back to the Pelaton. Jonathan Milan was picked up a little while ago. You can see where they're at right now. Getting to the top, there is some good points available here. Diego Pablo Sevilla is here. He's going to be going for this, guys. He's sitting on the front right now doing all the pacing here. Diego Pablo Sevilla. This dude, for Team Polti Visit Malta, took this jersey on day 1. And has been smart to get out there and get points along the way. He's in the point break today. He's going to secure, hopefully, another 18 points on this climb. As you can see, he's been in the break 3 days. Day 7, in the break again. He's hunting for points. Looking at Dylan Groenewegen right now. What bikes do the Rose Rockets ride, guys? They just have Rose on that that tube there. Maybe we should take a look at that. The Rose Rockets. Usually it'll say right here. The bike is Rose. I think I did know there was a Rose brand. If you guys know anything more about that, let me know. There's Bas Tietema, Assistant Sports Director. Boy Sanders. Boy, that's such a Dutch name, isn't it? Boy. Kind of strange to me. Boy. Yo, boy. That's what it was. Boy. Waffles. New. Right? Yeah, boy. It's a very, very Dutchy name. Isn't there a boy Van Poppel? Related? Maybe? Okay, guys. Yeah, there's a lot of random talking here. In hockey, the Leaf Feeder Club is the Toronto Marlies. Player can Uber back and forth for less than $1, $1, $10, $10, 10 loonies, 5 toonies. Jim from Las Vegas here. How about my Montreal Canadiens last night starting to remind me of the year came up late in the year and we won the cup. Yeah, dude. Yeah, hockey's on in full effect now, guys. Jardy Christian Vanderlee is getting better at climbing, still growing. 5:24 is the gap right now, guys. Zukowski, Vanderlee, Naberman, and Diego Pablo Sevilla. What kind of fight are we going to have at the top here? 600 meters to go. Diego Pablo Sevilla sitting second. Zukowski is leading the way. EF rider is Vanderlee, and the Picnic Post NL rider is Naberman. I'm going to catch up. The Gay Village in Toronto. Dave's talking about the Gay Village. Can the Habs really give it a go? Dude, right now in Canada, it's all about the Canadian team. It's all about the Canadian team. Davis saying in Alberta, there's probably more guns than in Texas. Possibly. Eddie's asking, if I was cycling near a Grand Tour mountain, what mountain would you try a cycling climb on? Dude, I do all my riding inside generally. But I have done a lot of the climbs. I've done the Tourmalet. I did a video about the Tourmalet, myself and Steven Cycles, who you guys have seen here. We did a Microsoft Flight Sim video where he captured all the video in a helicopter, and I did a full commentary about the Tourmalet, all the stuff I learned about it. First climbed in 1910 at the Tour de France. Pretty much unclimbable. Sevilla's on the attack, guys. They just let him go. Here's your 18 points, bro. Enjoy. Enjoy. Keep your blue jersey. Top of the climb, Diego Pablo Sevilla. Zukowski through next, Vanderlee, and then Naberman. Just doing their pace. They didn't even react to him. Yeah, we did a video on the Tourmalet, so I have climbed that inside. That's a hard climb because it goes on forever. I felt like quitting like Remco did last year, but I did make it all the way. I've done the Ventoux several times, virtually. Alpe d'Huez, you know the one, the Lassettes de Montvernier. I've done that. There's so many good climbs that you can do virtually. One of the hardest ones I did a 2 o'clock in the morning climb with some UK friends, Mount Lemmon. Because it was the full Mount Lemmon climb. I think it was 41 kilometers at 4.5%. Or maybe 5%. Right under 2,000 meters. It was the timing. I jumped on. I had a coffee in my hand riding the bike. There's a video about that. Somewhere way back in the archives. Dawn's here now. Good morning, dudes. James Allaire is here. Weather in Corsica is pretty similar today. Rain ended, but wind has been strong for the past few days. Barbara victorious. Visma doing all the work on the front, guys. Pelaton quite stretched out. We're at 5:34 right now. At the front of the race, we have the KOM leader's jersey of Diego Pablo Sevilla. 77 kilometers to go. The next little bit, guys, is going to be quite lumpy bumpy. Ups and downs the entire way. I'll try to jump back here, show you where we are. And this is a little bit out of... there we go. Here's our leaders. 4 leaders heading downhill right now. A little bit of a downhill. They're going to pop right back up again. Looks like they just pop out through this valley system here and then climb again right away. A little bit of a wall coming up too at kilometers about 62 to go. Then we generally start moving our way downhill. Kilometer 45 down. I got to think phase 2 will be starting after kilometer 45. It might start on the descent. There might be riders trying to go on that descent and get away. I'm sure the 4 up front will be doing that. And I know right now, Diego Pablo Sevilla is going, dude, I got 5.5 minutes. I'm going for it. We've got the Red Bull KM still to come. How far behind am I in the chat? Wow, look at this. Hand grenade division here. This is Michael DeRoche, Calgary native, I think. Guys, I've known Mike forever. He said, we had a bear walk into the Rocky View General Hospital once. It made the news. Mike, I never saw that on the news. But guys, dudes, a bear inside a hospital in Calgary. Like, come on. Just reading stuff here, guys. Don saying, sorry I'm late. Got caught up with some stuff this morning. Rock on. Chaka Khan. You got it, Don. Aaron saying it looks like there could be a great bike race in those mountains here. Dude, there's quite a few gravel races here. There's quite a few enduros. There's the 24 hours of adrenaline out of Canmore. That's something I've always been interested in doing. I just don't do enough training right now. It's a 24-hour race. Ran at Canmore at the Nordic Center. The Nordic Center, guys, is where we had all the cross-country ski events during the 1988 Olympics. So obviously cross-country skiing in the wintertime and mountain biking in the summertime. And it's a 24-hour race. There's teams, solos, duos. I think there's 4-man teams, 8-man teams, ladies, men, mixed teams. How many laps can you do in 24 hours? Around the clock, in the dark. Yeah, craziness. There's some big races down by that Crow's Nest Pass, too. There's a really cool gravel race. It didn't run this year, or maybe it's still going to run. It ran late May last year. I actually looked for it about 2 weeks ago. It used to be called the Hurton Albertan 550. 550 kilometers on gravel. I'll show you that, guys, once quickly. So the Hurton Albertan, yeah, started in Bicycle, little farm town, guys. Blue Dot, that's where I live, and basically rides gravel roads all the way out here, goes through Water Valley up into the kind of the lumpy, bumpy hills back here, and there's a road back here called the number 40. It's called the Forestry Trunk Road. They ride the gravel here, loop back around. It's all gravel, as much gravel as possible. And dude, I followed the race last year, and they rode through a deadly storm through Irricana here. I came to this town here, Irricana. I'm going to show it to you. And I sat here, probably about here on Main Street. This is your typical farm town in Canada. I always tell people, Main Street, it's always like 2 to 3 times wide as the other streets in town. This is so small town prairies in Canada. All angle parking. You can see the road is really wide. These two dudes came down this road and it was black and the storm was chasing them. Unbelievable to see them out there. After that, I chased them a little bit more. I was the only guy out there following them. I remember they came over here somewhere and they did have to hole up. My favorite town, Gaylord, my favorite place ever, Gaylord. They were in Irricana. I think they holed up somewhere. I think it was Carbon. No, it can't be Carbon. That's too far north. Rockyford. The storm got so severe, they had to stop. But I was chasing them somewhere through here on these dirt back roads. And you can see we do a lot of irrigation farming here too. Big things in the middle, and they spin around and irrigate everything. I found them in the dark, and they were cheering me as much as I was cheering them for being out there. I could barely hear them. They were riding in the dark, headlights, massive storm blowing. I'm like, this is absolute insanity. They probably rode for another hour before they had to shut her down. Really cool seeing that kind of stuff. And that's a 24/7 race. They just ride around the clock. Current situation right now, guys, is we have 4 riders up the road with a 5 minute and 36 second gap. Diego Pablo Sevilla has just taken the last KOM points, King of the Mountain jersey points. He picked up 18 points at the Category 2 climb of the Roccaraso. And I'm totally ignoring the chat. Sorry, guys. I just got a sticky bottle it now, guys. Sticky bottle all the way. Guys, I love all your comments. I'm just skipping them now. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for this. But it looks like you guys are in converse. Okay, here's Mike again. Mike saying September 2007, a black bear followed his nose into Rocky View General Hospital. I can't even remember where the Rocky View is. Is the Rocky View down by the Glenmore? Yeah, the Rocky View's down by the Glenmore Reservoir. Dudes, okay, we got to do this. I know someone's watching this going, this guy doesn't show any cycling, but whatever. Whatever. The Rocky View General Hospital, dudes, is right here. This is the Rocky View. Joey Jojo was here for kidney stones, a really bad kidney stone, almost 20 millimeters wide last February. A huge one. It's not a huge hospital. I'd sit in the parkade, hang out in here. This is the Glenmore Reservoir in Calgary. This is Calgary. So you can see, guys, the bear snuck his way in through here. But there's people everywhere here. Everywhere. My favorite place over here is... where is it? The Grey Eagle. This is where I go see all my concerts here. The Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. I love it. Here's the event center. Seen a ton of different... dude, Collective Soul is coming back July 30th. I love that band. I love hanging out in the casino. I don't really gamble, though. Platinum Blonde here. I've seen Honeymoon Suite here. I've seen Chilliwack here. Lots of good bands come through here. And what you do... Cruise out when you're done for the night. Cruise back. This little enclosed corridor here. Walk back. Stay at the hotel right here. Just get ripped. Then head her home in the morning. Colin style. Dave's got some good comments here. Okay, Gonzo Johnny. Femme just did not feel any motivation. She got to 50 wins and just quit. She was only 23 years old. Double world champion in CX. Yeah, Gonzo, I'd watch her and go, does she even like doing this? Because I didn't really know her background that well when I started following CX. I'm like, she hates this. Like, wins the race, easy. Second and third place are cheering like it's the best day of their lives. They're happy, they're excited, they're high-fiving each other, and she's just like, yeah, whatever, I hate this. What does she do now? Got to catch up. Scott's here. Scott from the Inside Cycling World Discord. Got to do a shout out to Scott here. Morning Colin and those Roccaraso mountain ranges are stunning. Patiently waiting to see if and when Jonas and Visma decide to detonate the Pelaton. Dude, Jonas is sitting about 5 wheels behind Lalio right now, riding in pink. We've got 2 Visma riders on the front, followed up with 3 Bahrain Victorious, of course. Eulalio of Bahrain Victorious, and 2 more. The whole team is up there supporting him right now. Lost his main dude, Buitrago. Actually, Eulalio probably would have been one of Buitrago's main dudes, but the whole leadership has changed now. I'm going to catch up, guys, and I am going to grab another coffee here quick. Cherry, cherry lady, do-do-do-do. Now I know it in my head. Guys, I'm going to find it somewhere. I don't know how I can post it or how I can show it. The group is called Modern Talking. Gonzo, they've got to be a Dutch group, right? They must be from the Netherlands, right? They must be Dutch, maybe Belgian, maybe. Cherry Cherry Lady, guys, look it up. And there's one where it has Wout and Mathieu van der Poel's face on top. It's hilarious. I love it. And they do the Wout one really good because he kind of looks like the lead singer of Modern Talking. The hair is perfect. Brand is top-notch. Puck trying to get there. Clara Hughes, sweetest, nicest, hottest Canadian champion athlete. 2 Olympic sports medalist. Empty. Brand is top-notch. Road rider, too. Okay, just quickly catching up, guys. Sorry, dudes. It's busy in here today. Yeah, top 10 in Tour for Lucinda Brand. She rides for Trek. Yeah, guys, so I would have seen her at Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift last year. Again, dudes, first to say it, didn't know much about women's cycling at all, but I love it. Me for Lucinda Brand, big at road, just superstar, godlike tier, S+ tier in CX. Like, she's almost unbeatable. I think she's only had a couple of races where I'm like, oh, something happened with Lucinda today. Like, just not having a great day. Uh, okay, Drew's talking something here about... Oh. I think he's talking about an animal in the river. Oh, Dave's got the hots for Annemiek van Vleuten. A little slow-mo here of Pellizzari. He looks so comfortable here. Big smiles for the camera. And looks like Tobias Lund is back, sitting on the back here. Actually, they were showing some abrasions on him, so he might have had a little bit of a crash earlier and had to be worked back up here. Enric Mas finally showing up. Ben O'Connor. Some of the names we haven't even mentioned yet, like Enric Mas. I haven't even said his name once yet, I don't think. Derek G for Canada and Lidl Trek. Let's see what Derek G. Guys, it's getting a bit rammy on the front. They are not messing around now. Visma is driving that front hard. Visma, Bahrain, the rest of Visma, Ineos Grenadiers. Mike's just sending me a message. I guess Mike was just the hot. Mike, I'll read that in a second there, dude. Always smiling Annemiek. Oh, okay. It's Trek with some swap sponsor for CX, more Belgium focused. Yeah. Is it Bellois Lions? Is that what it is? Isn't there a Bellois team as well for CX? Dude, I could just go back. I could just type in Lucinda Brand's name, find her CX team. Boom, we're done. Gonzo Johnny saying the Rex brothers are from the Jura. T-Rex. That's right, the Jura Mountains. Marlon Rooser. She's another one. Davis Finney, Taylor Finney. Yeah, family there. And Mom. Don't forget Mom. Connie, I forget her maiden name. I think she still uses it. Jardy Christian Vanderlee is at the team car. He's putting on a rain cape right now, guys. Rain cape going on. Maybe it's just to keep warm. Yeah, dude, it's not sunny up here. These guys are getting chilly now. Gets his jacket on. Almost swerves off the road there on that corner. He will be grabbing a super sticky bottle here. This mechanic is holding that bottle like, dude, you're going to grab this bottle and we are going to accelerate to about 60 miles an hour instantaneously. He's like, I don't need it, man. I'll just ride on by. And I'm not going sticky bottles here. Getting a massive draft. Then they put the sticky bottle out the window. Climbing a bit more now. Grab the bottle now, dude. Wow, he doesn't even touch it. Now he grabs it. Accelerates. Okay, that wasn't really that sticky. Slowly, the Van Dykes. Dude, I'm so far behind. The Quintanas, the Yates, Peripontre. Valentine and Orion Peripontre. Yeah, sorry guys. Dudes, I'm so far behind today. Everyone must be hating me here. Okay. The Simmons, Colby and Quinn. Yeah. Fiorello. Oh, man. Guys, am I like half an hour behind here? I think I'm about half an hour behind. Rose Bikes. Oh, my dudes. I thought I was like 5 or 6 messages behind, and I'm slowly catching up. Okay, yeah. Dave is saying, oh, yeah, there is another female Kopecky. Yeah, guys, there's Lottie. We don't even have to say a lot. Superstar. There's also Julia Kopecky. Her brothers are Matthias and the other Kopecky. They're both at this race for the Unibet Rose Rockets. I did mention them a few days ago. Let's take a look at Unibet. I know it's on this side right here. Unibet. Thomas and Matthias Kopecky. They're brothers. Their sister is Julia. And I did see a little doc about them one time. Their parents, not involved in cycling. At all. They said our dad never was like into cycling. We just started it, and then the family members just kind of went into it. So they weren't influenced by mom and dad. Rose is a German company that make those bikes. That's right, Gonzo's got it. They got a sister riding, but not the Lottie Kopecky. She is Belgian, and the Kopeckis are Czech. Empty saying the same thing. There is a lot. It's Julia Kopecky. Danny and the Van Poppels they are a ska band. Sounds good, but not true. Do you like that? Some team is riding DeRosa in this race. That is Unibet Rose Rockets. No. Team Pulte. I think it's Team Pulte Visit Malta. Team Pulte, or them, or Bardiani. I'm going to guess it's Pulte, because we've seen a lot of Pulte guys. They've really been in our eyeballs. Oh, they ride the Orums. Yeah, someone is riding DeRosas. Then I'm going to guess it's Bardiani. Let's see, guys, because they've been at the front a lot too. They ride DeRosa. So Bardiani is riding the DeRosas. Bardiani CSF7 Sabre. Let's get all their sponsors in. These guys are like, dudes, he said our name. We got to get him on the channel. We're going to sponsor him with Pop-Tarts. Dudes, I bought Pop-Tarts yesterday. We have Pop-Tarts in the house. We do have some Pop-Tarts on the premises. Dudes, 64 kilometers to go. 6-minute gap now. Diego Pablo Sevilla is sailing ahead, guys. Dudes, so they do actually talk about this climb here. Almost 2 kilometers at 7.5% gradient, called La Forchetta. I'll find out where we are. Here's our leaders, 4 riders in the break. La Forchetta is probably up here somewhere. See, the road gets a little bit squiggly in places here. I'm going to guess that's probably La Forchetta right up here. That would be my guess. Oh yeah, chat. Yeah, empty saying it here. I meant Matthias, Julian, Thomas Kopecky. That's the ones. Drew. Colin, there was a company in France that produced a lot of high-end frames. They were labeled for no marquees. Yeah, I think back in the day, guys, they used to do that too. Just what Drew's saying here. Was it Eddie Merckx bikes or someone, and they just rebranded them? I think 7-Eleven had rebranded bikes. I believe so. You guys will probably know more what this means. Gonzo saying, yep, Boy and Danny Van Poppel, sons of the most famous, most successful Van Poppel, Jean-Paul Van Poppel. I think he was a big sprinter too. Eddie, exactly. 2 days ago was urine therapy. Yesterday is sardines. Today is CX. Tomorrow? Dude, let's think of something. Let's think of something. I love telling people what I talk about in these videos. They're like, what? Yeah. Dude, sardine fast. That's the newest rage. The newest rage is to go on a sardine 5-day fast. Dude, I would just rather eat nothing for 5 days. Sticky bottle Narnia for sure, dude. I'm in the closet right now. Rumors abound that my Bernardino 1997 Lord Mega Columbus frame came from Sci-Fac. Oh, okay. So made by a different manufacturer, they painted it and relabeled it. According to the last census, that is a fact, Colin. More guns in Alberta than Texas, and it wasn't even close. That is the only ones registered. Oh yeah, we don't register our guns here. Not that I would have any. Yeah, park it right there. You need your guns. Aaron's talking to you. Yeah, you were right. We have had no weird body or food talks today other than cougar talk. Yeah, we love cougars. Matthew and David. Dude, I wouldn't even have known that. Matthew has a brother? Cousin? There's a David Vanderpool? We know the Vanderpools are quite famous. That whole family. The Poulidors. Yeah, more guns than Texas seems hard to beat. Teese and Tunarts. Where is Benny? Where's Benny? Drew's waving the Eritrean flag. Just had to hear it make the stream official. Anyone that sees it later going, what are these guys talking about? Guys, there's like, if you're new here, there's kind of like a running, it's kind of like watching some, okay, I'm not going to say that because that's too much of a, there's like watching a comedy show where it's the same running joke over and over and over for weeks on end, and then we forget about that joke and we move on to the next one. I was almost going to say it's kind of like Seinfeld, where the stories would be repeated over and over and over. But yeah, we're not that funny. Whitley Bay saying, I say no to the Benny bots. Yeah, there is a lot of Benny bots. Good one here. Aaron's got some good stuff. Baseball has lots of examples of father and son playing in the MLB, but not a lot of brothers. Paul and Lloyd, looks like Warner of the Pirates. Best concurrent ones probably. Concurrent? Dude, I would have had no idea. Whitley Bay, Cycling Dane watch along is mostly flags in the chat. Benny Bots sounds like a cereal. Yeah, delicious. The Cycling Dane, Benny Love is off the charts. Benny Love. Small, crunchy, chocolate flavored parcels, probably. Oh, have you ever been to Brockett? Dude, what's the joke about Brockett? Dude, I don't know if it's a joke I can even talk about. Orem bikes here. This will be... That's Unibet. Sad part about Benny Bots is they don't know of any other Eritrean riders, especially the main man of the day, Emmanuel Gebre-Xavier. Probably like... Dude, that guy is just like such an absolute workhorse. More jackets going on, guys. And I want to say it's starting to rain. It looks like maybe... Yep, there are rain spots on the camera right now, guys. Rain spots on the camera, and they are descending. That way, road is wet. Kind of hard to tell at times with just the coloration of the road surface. That road is wet, guys. So the 4 riders up front, how did I lose them? Oh, they're there. They are descending on wet, damp surfaces right now. This will be the slickest point of the day right now. Descending through here. This descent area, we're at about kilometer 60 to go. Up to about kilometer, let's say 50 something. Descending all the way. We climb up to kilometer 45 and then we're a massive descent. Hopefully the rain doesn't kick up any more than this. 4 riders up on the front, guys, and just back over to PCS for a second here. They are currently saying the gap is almost 6 minutes. Are they going to pull back 6 minutes? Yeah, during the mountain stages in the tour, the Benny bots are asking, is Benny leading? Dude, I saw that every day last year. Is Benny leading? I got some Benny bots too. Drew saying, damn, exactly 90 kilograms on my scale, down from 113 last. Dude, awesome. So Drew, guys, has lost 23 kilograms, which is over 50 pounds. Exactly 188 pounds for the unconvertibles. Over 50 pounds. Dude, you've lost over 50 pounds since last October. Drew, I think I remember you talking about trying to lose some weight. Tim Rex on the front here for Team Visma Lisa Bike, guys. Pulling at the front. One lone Visma rider. He's putting on his jacket right now. Bahrain Victoria sitting in his wheels. And a smattering of Visma riders and then Ineos. Everyone's getting the rain jackets on now. A few still in short sleeves. Our Malia Rosa refuses to put a jacket on over top of his glorious pink-colored kit. He's still riding in a short-sleeve jersey. Everyone else has... Ooh! Dudes, we're lucky we are not in the open plains. The crosswind right now, 40 to 60 kilometers an hour. So, is that real? That's the graphic that was just on screen there. 40 to 60 km. That sounds like Alberta all day yesterday. I think we were 50 to 70. We're talking about my 600-pound life or whatever it's called. Some dude that was 743 pounds. Yeah, Drew, great job on the waist loss. I got to start working on a little bit. Johnny Gonzo saying, you will miss my comment on your song, Cherry, Cherry Lady, do 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 do, from Modern Talking. Dude, that just popped up a while ago, and then right after that, I was probably watching, it was on Instagram, watching the greatest songs from the 80s. And you know what's funny, Johnny? That song wasn't big here in Canada. Like, I don't know that song. But I think it was massive for you guys over there. I'm just assuming you're from over there. You sound like it. Yeah, Bang Bang Time, guys. It's going to be on the last climb today. Bang Bang Time on the last climb. And we love Bang Bang Time here. Aaron saying the Earl Grey golf course. Do they have lots? They have tea in the Buchardt. Yeah, the Earl Grey is quite a good course. Dude, I'm so far behind. I'm sorry. It's almost comical how far behind I am right now. Oh, last news from Fem Van Empel is that she was on a long holiday in Thailand. Hopefully she comes back. Hopefully she just gets bored and goes, wait a second here. Like, I was dominating. I was the best at something and I gave it up. Okay, so Drew, I think, looks like he's heading out. Drew's actually saying here, look at that little sharp pimple about 3 kilometers ahead. That might be fun. That one there. Okay, that's how far behind I am. Wow. Okay, yeah, that was that little pimple. I think the Peloton's just gone over it now. A little bit of a wall there. German synth pop. Drew's here for a little bit more. And I'm going to catch up, guys. And Dave, mixed team racing would be an interesting idea for CX. Pair the fastest male with the slowest female, vice versa. Dude, I really like the mixed relay at the World Championships in the, I think it was team time trial. 4 ladies go out, do the route. 4 men go out, do the route. That was a great event. Forget who won it at this point. We did that race, guys. Connie Carpenter. Yeah, Connie Carpenter Finney. That's right. Oh, speed skater, cyclist. That's right. Wow. Colin, time for the temporal transport. I know. Paul here's asking, dude, Paul, I'm just catching up with the chat. Is the blockhouse over? Dude, we haven't even hit it yet. We're still 56.8 kilometers to go to the finish. The blockhouse is the last 13 kilometers. So, dude, you got lots of time. Settle in. I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. I'm so far behind. It is racing on course. We have 4 riders at the front. They have a 5.5 minute lead over the peloton. Diego Pablo Sevilla is in that group of 4 up front. He holds the current blue jersey of the KOM leader. Yeah, no blockhouse yet. Yeah, the storm's starting now, guys. We're going to be riding up the blockhouse in a full-blown storm. They better not shorten the race. These guys need to earn their money today. It's easy to say when you're not doing it, right? Yeah, Don saying Rick Frickintello can open up for the Van Poppels, the new touring group. Motorola Road light speeds banned as colloids. I think that's what Dave's saying. Tomorrow we're going to have suntan creams. It's definitely raining now. Afonso Eulalio sitting in 3rd place, guys. Short sleeve jersey. He's not covering up. David Vanderpool rode CX for years until 2023. Dude, I had no idea. That's a good one here. Gonzo Johnny, thank you so much for being here with us. Benny Bots. Okay, so Aaron's saying these 2 father-son played for the Pirates. Oh, this is olden days, maybe. Dude, what's going on today? Jays were off yesterday. I think they play 17 days straight now. 17 days straight. And they start with Detroit. Detroit. That's how we say it around here. We don't say Detroit, it's Detroit. I'm waiting until someone says, dude, that's how you say it. Some dude from Detroit is going to say, yeah, that's how you say it. Where's that guy? Tim Rex is a big human, guys. Dave's hovering around 169. Dude, I'm probably rolling around at 205 right now. I want to get down to about 196, but with my current training regimen, that's never going to happen. And my current diet. Guys, just for some giggles yesterday, I wanted to try some of the finest delights. Some of the finest delights of Italy here. So I went and bought this cake yesterday from the Dollarama. If you're an American, that's the dollar store. It's kind of everything's discount. Everything's probably nearing its life expectancy or best before date. It is an actual product of Italy. Le Bottega della Torta chocolate cake. Yeah, I didn't die. I ate it. It's all gone. So, yeah, we're eating the finest Italian desserts and delicacies here. Over on Inside Cycling World. Let me just put my cake wrapper on top of all my important work documents. Gaps now down to 508, guys. They are grinding after them now. So yeah, finest delicacies. Biggest hit for Modern Talking is You're My Heart, You're My Soul. Dude, I'm going to have to listen to them on Apple Music today. Speaking of catching up, Heinz ketchup is really hard to beat. Yeah, dude, totally. Connie and Davis, they were the founders of Pearl Izumi. I didn't know that. It's Pearl Izumi Famous Clothing. I'm not sure if they're still around. Yeah, huge gap or gape, as Dave likes to call it. Drew's mentioning Woodstock organic ketchup. Exactly, Johnny. You want to be a CX rider going down this descent. He's saying the descent to the blockhouse in the rain is going to be dangerous. Absolutely, dude. The roads are very wet now. It's not lashing rains like a few days ago, but I wouldn't want to be in this. If I'm in the rain, it's usually standing in the middle of the pool, having a margarita. It's 30 degrees Celsius, and the rain just feels perfect. The hair's already wet. Dudes, I caught up. Drew's talking about driving through a massive dust storm. Drew, we had massive dust storms here yesterday in Alberta, like half the soil being blown across the countryside. Fastest winds were over 60 miles an hour. Dave's saying the Dollarama comment nearly killed me. Tommy was perfect. So, dude, Dollarama here is like our dollar store. So if you're in the States, Dollar General. You know, you go in there and you're like, oh, I'm going to get some great deals. And then you think about it and you're like, nah, all the portions are slightly smaller. So the prices are slightly less. But sometimes I just hate going to the grocery store. I go to the Dollarama instead. So what did I do? I picked up that chocolate cake. It was made in Italy. Product of Italy. Only the finest for Colin. What was funny, though, when I was in the store, I was looking at brands. There's a brand called Bwiki. I think it's Bwiki. I searched the name. The latest news. Bwiki cookies and cakes pulled from Dollarama stores products are moldy. So I'm like, well, I'm going to take one for the team here, and I'm going to try some of these products out. They had these little tartlets I was going to get, but they were French. Picked up a couple of Pepsis. They got the sunflower seeds, the bleach. Yeah, one of those days. I'm buying cookies and bleach at the same time. Strange. Better than buying poly garbage bags, bleach, rubber gloves, and maybe a butcher knife at the same time. Dollar Tree. Oh, Dollar Tree in the U.S. Okay. Yeah, and Aaron saying, man, there are going to be some nervous riders for the rest of the stage. Dudes, I'm grabbing a coffee. I played catch up. I've ignored most of the race. Let's get it on, Chaka Khan. We got 41 bros here right now. Bros and broettes. Dudes and dudettes. We are still, we're 51K out, guys. We've got a little bit of a climb coming up here right now. You can see the number one here on the screen where the 4-rider groupway is. Like, even just this little climb here would hurt most of us. From kilometer 190 to kilometer 200. They're going to take that on, then descend for 20 kilometers. I hate to say it, guys. We're probably going to see some riders down. We're probably going to see some riders on the ground. It will be Sketchville. Dust brownouts are less fun than skiing whiteouts. Glad I neither hit the vehicle. Yeah, dude, it was bad here yesterday. Johnny Gonzo, lol. Most DNF and Grand Tours on PCS. Cipollini rules with 78% DNFs and a total of 21 DNFs in Grand Tours. Wow. Fab saying, come on, dudes, hit the like button. Yeah, guys, if you're here watching, if you're hanging out, just hit the like button. Please, please, please. Remember, click for Colin. I'm going to do a telethon one day. Where I cover like hours and hours and hours and I don't stop talking. Like, I'm talking like 24 hours plus. Dave's saying the Dollarama sell the best mini frame pump I have ever used. Only 10 likes. Click for Colin. Hashtag click for Colin. Dude, I'm putting that in the YouTube write-ups. Guys, I gotta grab a coffee. This is disgustingly cold. I'll be right back. Alright, dudes, back in the 10x10 cube of cycling dominance and performance excellence, guys. Got the coffee. Sorry, I had to microwave it. I made this coffee at 3 a.m. this morning. It is now 20 to 8 in the morning for me, so it got a little cold. Dudes, we got 4 riders in our first group. Milan was with them for at least half the way. He's gone. Back with the Pelaton now. 4 minutes, 16 seconds back to the chasing Pelaton, including all the GC riders. Arm flicks here come from Bavarian victorious on the front to the one Visma rider. Eulalio still in his pink kit. He's not covering up those pretty colors. I'd say 80 to 90% of the Pelaton in rain capes right now. At least 89%. Paulo Salvadelli was a climber who won the Giro twice. That's coming from Gonzo. Yeah, Bavarian victorious is doing the work at the front now, guys. Okay, Drew, I used to claim I ride the Alps like Cipollini, but I descend like Salvadelli. Yeah, good old Chippo. Oh, that's still not hot enough. I only like my coffee hot, guys. San Luis Valley is huge and flat, sloping to the east. A bit closest climbing from Chateau Ghetto, other than Ranch Road across the highway, is Wolf Creek Pass, about 25 miles to the base. Wow. Yep, 40K. 40K, guys, you take the kilometers and just multiply by 0.624. So yeah, I would say right away 40K is 25 miles. Tim Neighborman is dropped out of our front group. This is the Picnic Post NL. On the bib shorts here, they've got a sponsor called Raisin. I've never seen that on their jersey, their bibs before. Raisin. Must be a new sponsor this year. So back in the front now, we got Christian Vanderlee, Nicholas Zukowski for Q30 6.5 Pinarello, Diego Pablo Sevilla. Let's take a look at Nicholas. Here's Nicholas Zukowski, Saint Lucie des Laurentides in Quebec. It's got to be Quebec. Canada. He's 27 years old. Zukowski. Second in the Maryland Classic. Wow. Back in 2022. I followed that race last year, guys. We did a video on that. That was that big rainstorm race. National champion of Canada, men's elite in 2023. Third in the GC of the Tour of the Gila. That race still runs. The Tour de Beauce, that's a big race in Quebec. I think that race might have just ran. Maybe. Or maybe it's later in the year. Oh, wow, dudes. How did we miss this? Really? God, oh, I know what happened. The Paris-Nice, I think we did a couple stages and then I kind of vanished. Paris-Nice, guys, Nicholas Zukowski, 14th in the GC. Like, come on. Shout out to Nick. Oh, dude, I didn't even know this till now. You know, let's look at the names. Jonas, Danny Martinez, George Steinhauser, Kevin Vauquelin, Lenny Martinez, Soler, Izagara, Matisse Rondell. He's at this race. Alex Bodine for EF Education, Harold Tejeda, Matteo Vircher, Valentin Paripintre, Andres Leknesund, Zukowski, Vlasov, Cavagna, Campenarts, Jensen Plowright. He was involved in that sprint yesterday, I believe, at the very end, I think. Bruno Rammel, dude's surrounded by the hitters. Dude, how did I miss all this? Guys, yeah, I don't think we did much of the Paris-Nice this year. And I was probably just getting really busy getting involved with work again. And just kind of watched highlights. Heading under the Citron, 50-kilometer banner to go, guys. Okay, I'm back. Oh, to the break. So the Picnic Post and L Rider made it back. Guys, I wasn't even watching there. I kind of looked away. Colin, I thought your would be like your coffee crisp. Oh, would you like your coffee crisp? Yeah, exactly. Coffee crisp. I think that's only mostly a Canadian chocolate bar, right? Dave, is that what you're referring to? I don't know if anyone else has that. Love a good coffee crisp. Gonzo saying, in my view, Salvadelli was the best descender until Nibali, the Shark of Messina, came around. He actually won one of his Giros with an epic descent. Okay, so Matt's thinking about someone else. Yeah, Matt, I know who you're talking about. I forget his name. Matt's team, Lance Armstrong's teammate that died during Guys, what's his name? Remember, I think he won the Olympics and then died at the Tour de France way back when. Casertelli. Casertelli, that's it. Casertelli. And didn't he win the Olympics, guys? He won something at the Olympics. This would have been, yeah, way back when, like 96 maybe? 96? Yeah, that would have been Atlanta Olympics, I think. Wow, dating myself. Yes, Colin, my favorite chocolate bar I really liked. Oh, my first chocolate bar I really liked, that's from Nikki Lynn. So many ladies here in the chat, guys. So many ladies. This is Dave. Dave's in the chat. I told my friend yesterday, I said, chat, 99.9% dudes. 99.9%. That's okay. Ladies are welcome. Check this stat out here. Which team relies mostly on one rider? Really? Pinarello is ranked number 1. And this is the points scored by that rider. Tom Pidcock has scored 34% of the team's points. 34.1% of the team's points for Pinarello Q36.5. Alpecin Premier Tech. Mathieu van der Poel. That'll change when Philipsen gets sprinting at the Tour de France. That will change. Jaco Alula. Mauro Schmidt, because he's had some good results this year. Solution Tech Nippo Rally, we haven't seen a lot of them. Dylan Groenewegen, well, he won a World Tour race, so he would have gotten a lot of points. Groupama FDJ, Romain Gregoire. Look at it, it's funny here. Taddy's only number 10. Taddy. I'll get in trouble for that soon. I'd say Taddy. Kind of like Teddy to me. He's so cute. Guys, I must be tired already. Yeah, it's going to be a weird day, guys. Come 3 o'clock this afternoon, that couch upstairs has my name all over it. I'll probably have like a little pillow and a blankie. I'll be watching a ball game. Oh, I hope the Jays play at 5 tonight. Yeah, sure. Olympic champ in 96 from Dave. Drew saying... 3 minutes 31. Yeah, dude, the gap's come down a lot. 3:28 now. It's just dropping quick now. Riders up front getting bottles. Fabio died in 1996, right? No, 95. Gonzo saying 92 he would have won that and then died in 95. Okay. Ladies not only welcome but bring a different perspective towards the race and the drama. Well, we met Sheila yesterday, Sheila Neer. She was here. And I think she did say she'd been around before. There's another fantastic cycling fan who's a lady, Dream. I call her the Dream Team. She just showed up out of the blue last year during the Tour de France. I think for the women's race. Maybe some of the men's race. I can't remember now. But yeah, that lady helped me learn everything about women's cycling. She knows her women's cycling inside and out. Kim LaSalle, I think that's a lady. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure. There's a few. Whatever. That's good. Drew saying he was in Cambridge, UK during 6 weeks of 95, studying international. Watch that horrid stage when Armstrong's teammate nailed that stone. Oddly, a Vale guy did the same on horseback. Yeah, dude, I think he crashed on a corner. There was like big boulders just stacked up. Like, kind of like, almost like a guardrail. Like, hey guys, don't drive your car off here. And he hit that, and he was wearing a helmet. I think back then they might have still been doing the hairnets. But even if he wore like a modern helmet, I think with the speed he hit, it was like, nah. Yeah, you're not going to make it. Here's a weird stat. They're talking about all the riders here that have a birthday on August 30th. Random. How random is that? Almost as random as my chats. Dave. Today, Pogacar. Yeah, dude, totally. I hear his last name said so many different ways. Dave saying, then Nikki, the other female. Dream was fun to chat with. Yeah, I saw her earlier this year. I hope she's back for the Tour de France. Oh, yeah, you're right. I thought Dream was... No, you're right, Dave. I can think of another lady that is from the Niagara region. I think her name might have Niagara in it. Yeah. And she was going to the World Gravel Championships, or, yeah, there was like a World Gravel Championships last year, October, November, I think in Australia. I think. Might have been Gravel Fondo. Because you know what, guys? I rode the course on Bike Terra. Bike Terra had a portion of the course, and I rode it. Gonzo, I still remember that camera not leaving Fabio alone. Such a tragedy. I remember it was yesterday. Guys, they're on the descent now. Roads are, I would say, very, very damp. That white line, please get off it. Please, I hate that. So the gap, guys, yeah, at a kilometer 190, it was at 450. 10 kilometers later, as Drew pointed out, we're down to 3 minutes and 24 seconds. So a minute and a half gone in 10 kilometers. Yeah, starting to move. They're in the feed zone now. Visma, Lisa Bike driving on the front. Bahrain Victorious is there. Movistar coming up now too, guys. Pink jersey. Yeah, he's maybe 10th, 12th wheel. And, you know, the Peloton's not that far behind. They're still climbing right now. Big, broad valley system. It's wide open here. If there's winds, they're going to feel it. Where these 40 to 60 kilometer an hour crosswinds are that they were talking about earlier, I haven't seen. It is windy, but I don't know if it's 40 to 60. They're going under the 45 kilometer banner to go. The Best Western banner. Is that really a big hotel in the Giro? In Italy? Best Western. Really? Guys, Best Western, every little town on here is a Best Western and like a Super 8. I didn't know they were over in Italy. Stones with pipe rails as guards. Yeah, pleasant to crash into. Flocky's asking, greetings, dudes. What have I missed? Well, we had Cougar Talk. We talked about the number of female cycling fans that we have here. Oh, dudes, highest tops at this year's Giro. I know Eddie was talking about this. The Paso Gallo, dudes, that's on stage 19 or 20, I believe. Over here on the left-hand side. Right here. Stage 19 of this year, we will hit 2,226 meters. Paso Falzarego, same day. Yeah, it says right there. They're probably within 20, 30 kilometers of each other on road. Stage 14, we take on something called Pila, 1,765 meters. Forcella Staulanza, stage 19. Ooh, stage 19 again, guys. Stage 19, I think, is technically the Queen stage. And Blockhouse today, even though it's a huge climb, we only hit 1,636 meters. Let's just take a... Ooh, here's the Blockhouse, guys. We're 28 kilometers away to the bottom of the Blockhouse, which they've got ranked 13.4 kilometers at 8.5% gradient. 2 steeper segments from kilometer 3 to kilometer 6. We're in the black. Levels off a little bit, and then from kilometer 8 to kilometer 11, another nice juicy steep section. So a couple of sections where there might be some attacks put in. You know, like after this steep section here, accelerate on that slightly less steep segment, get a break, and attack on the next steep. Attack on the flats, attack on the flats. This pass is actually called the Paso San Leonardo. I will show you guys where we're at here. This is where we're at. We've just gone over the top where we're descending now. So basically the Pelaton, this yellow bubble right here, they've just gone over the top of the Paso San Leonardo. We can probably find that on Google Maps if we look hard enough. I'm assuming it's going to be right up around here somewhere based on the location on this map here. And now we're down to 245, guys. And the road is dry. It says right here on Tour Tracker, the road is suddenly and very happily dry. The road is happy. We have a happy road here, guys. So we've gone from soaking wet roads to happy dry roads. Happy dry roads, guys. I'm going to give this a quick refresh here. Yeah, so they're on the descent here now, guys. You can see where they're at. San Leonardo, they had actually just over the top the pass. Which rider has accumulated the most time bonification seconds? Paul Magnier, 24 seconds. Silva with 14. Arietta at 14. Tarozzi, the Bardiani rider, 12. And Afonso Eulalio for Bahrain Victorious also has 12 seconds. Probably got 6 or 8, I would imagine, on the stage that Arietta won. Yeah, let's get it, guys. Yeah, so Flocky, Drew's answered you here already. The break lost almost 3 minutes, from 5.5 minutes down to 240, right on 240 right now. Gap's coming down quick. What goes down must go up. Yeah, today that's how it's going to be. We're going to be going down for 20 kilometers, guys, then we're climbing. Dave's asking, okay, Johnny, just some pure... Oh, yeah. Johnny's saying you haven't missed a lot. You haven't missed a lot so far. Just us randomly blathering about CX. God, there's a lot of topics today, guys. CX, Dave's alter ego, Nikki Lynn. What else have we talked about? Yeah, that's kind of the combo. That's most of it today. Family stuff again. Family riders. A little bit of baseball. No urine therapy today. We're moving on from that. Nikki asking, why does it seem the painted surface in Europe more slippery than what he faces in Toronto? Yeah, Dave, we need some more power. We need to get out of the saddle and attack. Drew's saying they haven't adapted to putting some sand or glass beads into their street striping systems. Yeah, that's a big thing here. Actually, Drew, it's funny you say that. Bob, Joey's dad, he used to run a big plant out in Moose Jaw. Yes, guys, we have a town here in Canada called Moose Jaw. We do. It's called Moose Jaw. And there was a big plant there. They manufactured the glass beads that go in those white stripes and yellow stripes on the sides of the road. Having a replay here on this first big switchback corner. Fourth wheel was the pink jersey. Someone's going to do a slide out, I betcha. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I'm not sure what we're seeing here on the replay. Just a slow-mo action shot, I guess. They are on this huge descent now, guys. 20 kilometers downhill. I would say that corner we just looked at, it was probably this corner right back here. They're going to be cooking along probably 70, 80K an hour here. It's probably this corner right here that I just watched. That one. I thought I was going to see someone flying off, but not. We don't want that. We do not want that. There's another one coming up right away, too. Yep. I think they're going around it pretty quick here. Yeah. Probably going to go around it real quick. Okay, back to the chat. Yeah, so anyways, we have a town called Moose Jaw. It's in Saskatchewan. I know another funny name. And glass bead factory there. Joey and her family lived there for a while. Al Capone, it was one of his hideouts. So under the town of Moose Jaw, let's look that up, guys. We're looking it up right now. We're zooming out quickly, leaving Calgary, heading over to Saskatchewan. Here's Maple Creek, Swift Current. This is like some of the driest parts of Canada right here, guys. So dry through here. Moose Jaw, right here. Really nice town. They have an Al Capone museum there. And apparently during, I guess, Prohibition and all that stuff, he used to hang out up here a lot. I'm surprised something doesn't jump up right away. It's a really cool, funky town. Lots of cool old buildings. Let's just jump right into Moose Jaw. Yeah. Oh, I've been in that building. I think there was a Scotiabank in there. There's the Scotiabank. That's the Scotiabank I went into. 2010, I was here. Yeah, this building here. Actually, I think it's this one here. My sister's name is Wendy. Her father-in-law, Bill, owns quite a few properties in Moose Jaw, and he had me in this building. Had the funkiest old bathroom, like the original urinals were like from the 20s. Everything was kept the same. Downstairs, oh, what, guys, some of you dudes will know this. In the basement, I better not point this out too much. I'm going to hide the lat longitudes. Dudes, I'm pretty sure it's this building here. I mean, there's a few of these big buildings. I'm positive it's that one. In the basement of this building. So I got to meet Bill one night. He's a property manager. And we had to go unplug a sewage backup. I volunteered to go with him. He goes, you want to come? I said, yeah, I'll go with you, man. I go, what are we doing? He goes, we got a whole sewage backup. Yeah, no problem. I'm there. Backed up sewage? Sign me up, bro. So we did that. I guess he kind of liked me. And he goes, Colin, come on down here for a second. We went down to that building. Pretty sure that building. He goes, we're going downstairs. At this point, I didn't know we owned the whole building. Down in that basement, dudes. Down the parkade level. Sunbeam Tiger. He has a Sunbeam Tiger in that basement. Now you go. Now you guys know. If you know what a Sunbeam is, you know. And it's a real deal Tiger. And he's also got one of those Harleys. There's a name for it. If you ride Harleys, it's not a Harley. Sorry, it's not a Harley. It's, what do they call it? There's a name for it. It looks like a Harley, but it's got like a 350 cubic inch engine. Like it's got a, what is that? Yeah, that's like almost like a 6-liter engine, right? Not 1,000 cc's. We're talking 6,000 cc's. This gigantic engine, and there's a name, and they make them all the same way. It's disgustingly loud. He's got a lot of cool toys down there. So yeah, that's Moose Jaw, guys. Back over on Tour Tracker, you can see how quickly we're moving now, guys. Through these switchbacks here. 165 riders, 2 minutes 45 seconds back from the front group. Looks like we passed through a small village. Yeah, we did pass through a small village. So I'll be watching the chasing Pelaton to see when they go through. Roads are dry, guys. Visma want to catch Zukowski. I expect him to be the last one to be caught on the blockhouse. What are we expecting from Enric Mas at this Giro? Dude, he'll be coming out to play on the climbs. Is that going to be today, though? Gonzo, I expect more from Aaronsman. Even his good spelled as Arsman than Mas with ass extended out. Timon Aaronsman, superstar rider. Time trialist and can climb. I love that guy. That should be the GC dude for Ineos at all the races. 2 stages at the Tour de France last year. Been showing up really good at the time trials in races this year. What are we at now? 32.8 kilometers. Yeah, it looks good on flow bikes here. Yeah, beautiful and sunny here, guys. Could be using a nature break here pretty quick. Aaron, dude, Aaron, I know what you're going to say, and I'm going to probably agree with you 100%. Before I even look at the comment, Enric Mas is almost always, I'm going to win. Never does. Aaron says, Enric Mas always overpromises, underdelivers, but as this is his first Giro, maybe pressure off and he will be fine. 3rd place is probably the ceiling. Yeah, he's never at the top, but he's hanging out in Jonas time. He's hanging out in Poggi time, Primo's time. It's like those guys weren't there. He probably could win. But yeah, he's always top 10, like 7th, the position that I hate to sound like a douche that people won't remember unless you're a total cycling freak like we all are. Nikki. We're just going to say Nikki from now on. We know who this is, though. Enric Mas, and when we start, unfortunate, normally animate the race, then fall apart later. I hope not. Yeah, guys, that's part of it, too. Like, a friend was asking me, he goes, well, why don't they just attack all the time? I'm like, because if you attack and you fail, you might blow yourself up even more. So we're always waiting for that big attack. Well, when are they going to attack? These guys are probably all looking at each other going like, oh, I don't feel that great today. My roommate was farting all last night and stunk the room up. I didn't sleep well. My girlfriend called me. My mom called me. We played Xbox too late last night. I feel like garbage today. I don't know if I have an attack in me. Like, guys, we all know what it's like. Dude, some days I jump on my bike and I feel like $1,000,000. Other days, I feel terrible. And then I can do okay. They're probably the same thing. I bet you a lot of these guys have tons of, let's call it, mental coaches. Like, dude, you can do this. You can do this. Don't. There's probably so much of that in sports these days. Oh, yeah, like the stress and the pressure. What was it a few nights ago, guys? I'm sure some of you would have seen it. The Jays playing I'm going to call them the Devil Race because that's way cooler. Tampa Bay. Dude, that picture that came on in the 8th or the 9th? The 8th, I think. Baker? Aaron will know this. Dude, he walked 4 guys in a row. 4 dudes in a row. That was insane. And then they pulled him out. Like, he just kind of cracked. Went out there and just nothing worked for him. It's a little joke on Aaronsman being called Arseman. That's cool with me, man. We'll call him the Ass Man. Matt's expecting something special from Mass. Dude, I'd love to see it too. Some of the comments about Movistar, though, I agree with. They're always like, yeah, and then it just falls apart. It's kind of like even when they had the dude, guys, you know who I'm talking about. The dude that's kind of like banned right now. Oh, dude, I think he opened a restaurant. You know who I'm talking about. He wasn't he on Movistar? Yeah, and he quit in the race, kind of for no reason, it seemed like at the time. Guys, comment below. I gotta hit the facilities right away. We have 29.7 kilometers to go. PCS not updating enough. Before I do that, let's see where we're at again. We've got a few little lumps and bumps before we get to the blockhouse itself. And we've got some switchbacks for the Pelaton to come through on the way down. Just a couple of them. Hopefully everyone's safe through there. The roads are dry here. I'll be right back. Alright guys, back inside the 10x10 cube. Hopefully that will tide us over to the finish. That is my 4th cup of coffee today. 3 minutes is the gap. So they've moved the gap out a little bit here, guys. Blockhouse is lurking. 13.4 kilometers. Ooh, someone gone off course here. It's Sevilla. Diego Pablo Sevilla almost pulled an Arietta. The road diverged. And he went up the left-hand side, almost hit the tape. Oh, they're coming around the left side of a roundabout and have to swing to the right side to go into a tunnel. And yeah, it was pretty easy for him to miss that corner. He just quickly swings around. Fans get a close-up. So this is the KOM leader's jersey right here. And he's back into the tunnel. Shiny happy people talking. Who was that again, Dave? Nikki? Shiny REM? REM, I think. Dude, Nikki. Okay, we're going with Nikki. We'll pretend it's a new fan here. Nikki, my female fan. Dude, that's what we're running with now. Nikki is a female cycling fan who loves Inside Cycling World, guys. She can't get enough of Inside Cycling World. Sloan. Sloan's coming to Cal. I love Sloan. It's a group that I think that's never really came out west here. I love the group Sloan. That's who I thought you were talking about at first there, but obviously not. Movistar assembling a good team here from Flocky. Yep, I'm glad too, Johnny, that the descent is dry. It was quite wet earlier. We've only got 3 in the front right now. I'm going to guess Pablo Sevilla is probably 30 seconds back, maybe 20. By the time he jammed on the brakes, had to do a full loop-de-loop, get back up to speed and get around. These guys were bombing through that tunnel. Let's see how far back he actually is. He's somewhere in between. They're probably going to want him back, I think. Well, maybe not. All depending what down. Oh, car's looking back. Oh, he's right behind them, guys. Neutral service car towing him back up. His kit right now is basically the same color as the Shimano neutral service car. He's maybe 20 meters back. Drew saying the lowest part of Colorado is where the Arkansas River flows out southwestward. I think it's around 3,300. Wow, that's the lowest part? So 3,300 feet, Drew, that's right at 1,000 meters. 3.281 feet per meter. So that would be 3,281 feet. I'm right around 1,000 meters here. Aaron saying most of these races go over newly painted roads. Yeah, that's part of the problem. Like this asphalt, you can tell, is brand new with brand new white lines on it. Nicholas Sukowski here. He's dropping off. Nicholas Sukowski drops off his jacket at the Cofidis car. What? No, that would have been the race organizer's car. That's what that was. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, it has to be. It's the race director car coming back, or the race official, whatever you call it. Yeah, it's Citroen. Yeah, official car. I thought it was Cofidis for some reason. So drops off his jacket there. He's not throwing his jacket away to anyone. I would have stolen it. Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan, I know. Matt saying, yeah, isn't there a Moosehead? Yeah, Nikki, my favorite fan. My one female fan has answered Moosehead. Yeah, it's Moosehead beer. Moosehead beer, yeah, that's a very Eastern beer, but you can get it out here, no problem. But yeah, dude, Moose Jaw has Al Capone's tunnels down below where I think he used to stash booze back in the old days. They built on that. Little museums there and tourist attractions. Flocky saying there used to be a jersey for the best combined rider. Was it just the Tour de France? I'm thinking it was only at the Tour de France. That's the one where it had like the red, it had a green, a yellow, it had a bit of polka dots. Dude, I have a jersey like that here. I was going to order a bunch of new ones. Probably, they take a while to get here. I think it's from the UK, where I got them last year. I think I'll get tweaked up for Tour de France again this year. I'll get another 10 jerseys or something. But you're right, there was a best overall, so best sprinter, climber, points, best GC, rider would get it. I always remember, was it Stephen Rooks from the old days? There's a picture somewhere online of Stephen Rooks wearing that combination jersey. Was it Rooks? I think he was a Dutchman. Dutch people love me now. Moosehead. Yeah, taking a Moosehead to the ribs there, exactly. Oh, a little bit of a sprint going here. Zukowski goes on the attack, guys. EF rider goes. Diego Pablo Sevilla goes. We've lost a rider already. Neighborman's out the back again, guys. He fell out the back earlier. He's out the back again. Zukowski on the attack. Yep, it is him. Q36.5, Zukowski. Took his jacket off, went on the attack. Tom Pidcock's neighbor, apparently. Nikki. I still love Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump as a town name. Yes, guys, we have a place in Alberta called Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump. It's in southern Alberta. It's where they used to basically round up the buffalo in the old days. This is a practice by the First Nations. I don't even know what the First Nation group down there is called. Why would I? But yeah, they'd run the buffalo off the edge of that cliff and they'd fall down to the ground, and it would be a quick, easy way to take care of them. Then they'd have their food supply for the entire year. Yeah, Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump. Drew saying Al Capone, Joe Kennedy, Aristotle Onassis, check them out. I'm sensing some conspiracies here. I love it. Flocky saying, is Neil Young the greatest living Canadian? Love his stuff. Yeah, Neil's got a lot of good music. I saw Neil in concert years ago. Who was it? And I can't even remember who the main band was, but it was Neil Young. Kind of blew me away. I think he opened. Smashing Pumpkins? Yeah, Smashing Pumpkins. And someone else. Probably 35 years ago, guys. Harvest Moon. Cinnamon Girl, dude, that's a hard song to beat. That's a hard song to beat. Guys, if you're American, if you're European, there's so many good Canadian bands. And a lot of them you've never heard about. I'm thinking like April Wine. Some of you dudes, my vintage and Americans will know April Wine. They're on tour right now. Triumph is another 3-man band out of Canada. Now, they're not at the Rush level, in my opinion, but Triumph was such a great band. Any group that has 3 dudes that sounds like 10 dudes, incredible. Triumph kind of came back into popularity during the last Stanley Cup run by the Edmonton Oilers. The song they played at every Oilers game, outside of Enter Sandman for their entry song, was Lay It on the Line by Triumph. They played it every day. Sadly, the Oilers are out. Triumph actually made a return concert to play that song up in Edmonton before the game. Edmonton didn't go all the way, but Triumph is touring North America now, and I think they were in Chicago. And their opening band is April Wine. So look up April Wine, guys. 70s, early 80s, April Wine was everywhere. Nikki. An Indian motorcycle. No, dude, there's a name for it. Oh, no, dude. I think the name of his bike was called a Boss Hoss. I think it was called a Boss Hoss after Boss Hoss from the Dukes of Hazzard. Is that right? Dude, bright and sunny now. Free jacket right there. Second free jacket. Third free jacket right there. There's 4 jackets laying on the ground there by this construction site. If I was a construction worker, they're gone. They're gone. And I would just say it was Jonas's jacket. If it was a Visma jacket, right? I would just brand it as someone's. Yeah, Dave. Nikki. An original Sunbeam Tiger. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I don't know if it actually ran. We didn't run it. But yeah, he had a lot of cool toys down there. He was just a hardworking dude. He's a little guy with a big long ponytail. Probably had so much money and you would never know it. He's out there plunging and pumping out sewage, backed up sewage. I was there with him. Dirty work, but those are the dudes you never know that they have money. Fab Cycling, Total Energies B team brought a strong squad, but their DS is snorting his cappuccino. Nikki again. Mass is the guy that gets in the picture background when something big is happening. Yeah, he's always there or thereabouts. 3 riders in group: Vanderlee, Sevilla, and Zukowski on the front, guys. Replay going back. We were back in the wet for a while. A lot of these guys are rocking, 2 of the riders at the front right now are rocking the old school colored sidewalls. You know, like what color is that? Sand, tan. I'm used to just the all black tire. The retro look. Aaron saying Mass on Vaughn 2 really fell apart last year. Oh yeah, Nikki Lynn. Varsho walk-off homer, entire... Man, Nikki, you got to stop sending me direct personal messages. I know. It's okay, Nikki. You're one of my favorites too. Just kidding you guys. Nikki Lynn, Varsho walk-off homer, entire stadium buffered in real life as the ball left the yard. And dude, it was one of the Blue Jays catchers who I don't know very well. Sorry, pitchers. I think he pitched the night before. Is it Rodriguez? He caught the ball. The bullpen must be at the very back there, which I didn't know where it was. He caught the ball. Mark H is here. He's asking Marcel Kittel. I think we were talking about DS. I know Marcel Kittel is the DS over on Unibet Rose Rockets. That's for sure. Aaron's saying, listen. Aaron, it's funny you say that. I actually watched the game with Joey, and Louis Varland is my favorite pitcher for the Blue Jays. I just like his style. I like his look. He kind of has a crazy walk. You know, does Louis Varland, I think he has a tippy toe walk. Maybe a little bit tippy toe. You ever seen guys in public where they walk on their tippy toes? It's kind of weird. He doesn't really have a tippy toe walk, but he kind of, that's what I describe. I'm like, why is he tippy toe walking? Guys, the things I think about. Dudes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in now, and we're going to hang out with tour trackers. So now you can see the juiciness that we're getting into here at the end. Red Bull KM is actually on the uphill part. We're going to zoom this map out a little bit. Might hang out here a little bit more now. So we've got 2 blue dots up front. We got a group of 3. Vanderlee, Zukowski, Sevilla. Fourth rider on the road is Naberman. Tim Naberman was dropped. He's been dropped once before today, fought his way back on, dropped again. Looks like he's doing a pretty good job of hanging up there, though. It was Zukowski that caused Naberman to be dropped there. Nikki saying time to glass crank for nature break, folks. Drew saying Vaughn 2 is my devil mountain. Yeah, Fab, I saw that when the blue jersey went off there. Dude, thank you, Mark. Dude, Mark, are you brand new here? Because you answered my question. It's Miguel Angel Lopez. I was trying to say at the time, the guy, the angel guy. Dude, didn't he just say, I'm done? I think he was like so frustrated at that race, and he basically just quit. Like, you can't just quit. You're the team leader. I think he was the team leader then. And now, I think he's got a full ban on him for 2 to 3 years. And I'm pretty sure I saw that he opened a restaurant somewhere in Colombia. He's Colombian, I believe. Just in case is back here. Yeah, so Miguel Angel Lopez. So I think he's young enough that if he stays in shape, he can come back. Drew saying, I'll make it today to the Red Bull Sprint, then off to make 16 gallons of pizza sauce. Yummy. Oh, the B-52s were the shiny happy people. That's right. Shiny happy people. Yeah, Rock Lobster. Rock Lobster. B-52s and Rams always easy to mix up, like Billy Joel and Elton John. Oh, the Love Shack. Yeah, that's another one. B-52s. Third place on the road right now in the Pelaton, guys, is our bro, Afonso Eulalio. Dude, I'm cheering for this guy all the way. I want him to hold his jersey as far as possible. I want him to make it so hard for Jonas and Pelizzari, all of them. Let's cheer for Afonso. Nikki, I used to think Citron was related to Neocitrin. Wow, guys. Yeah, Colorado, that's one high up place. Nikki, again, St. Colin, check your local thrift stores for jerseys. Many times you can get some great vintage stuff for pennies. Okay, I'll check that out. Guys, 16Ks, the climb starts at 13.4. We will have the Red Bull KM, which at this point in the race, with the GC being so, with Eulalio being so far ahead, really doesn't impact anything. 6:4 in 2 seconds. When you're 6.5 minutes down, you're going to have to do more than that. We're about 2 kilometers out from the start of the climb, guys. 2.4 kilometers out right now. Aaron saying from 2020 to 25, Poggy would have won every mixed jersey except for the year Vout was nails. Yeah, there was a year where Vout was on fire. Dudes, it's getting rammy now. It's getting rammy now. Blockhouse start is in 2 kilometers, but everyone's getting geared up at the front now. All the teams are starting up. It's actually Ineos pushing the front here. Timon. It's time for Timon, guys. Time for Timon. Oh, the Arikari River, not the Arkansas River. Must be just a typo there. REM played in Geneva in 2008. Brilliant show. Dude, love seeing bands live. I can probably go see any band live, and I'll like them. Unless they're bad, right? What I'm saying is, there might be a band where I'm not really into their music, but then I see them live, I'm like, holy crap, these guys are good. It's just a different vibe. Collective Soul was one of them. I remember at the Collective show at the Grey Eagle in Calgary. We're sitting there. We're right behind the sound area. And Ronnie, dude I know, he's a guitarist, plays in a band called Tacoma. Country band. He's a really good country singer. I don't like country music at all, though. He's a really good guitarist. He said, dude, these are the best seats right here. This is where you get the optimal sound because the sound booth is right here. I'm like, oh, okay, didn't know that. I see a dude walking around in pink pants. It's the lead singer for Collective Soul, like coming back to the sound booth, like, oh, he's right there. That's him. The guy with the white hair now. Yeah, dude, great show. I listen to those guys all the time now. It's kind of like I've not a new band, but like a band I don't really know that well. See them live, and it's like, yeah, now I can appreciate them. As long as they sound good. Nikki saying Gordon Lightfoot, you could run into him walking his dog around Toronto in chat. Yeah, Gordon. Epic. Nikki's talking about Free Jack's. Free Jack was an okay move. Ice-T, I think. Oh, Matt's saying there's songs I love. An attack here by Christian Vanderlee. I forgot his name already. On the move now for EF. Yardy Christian Vanderlee goes. Nicholas Zukowski's there. Actually, Nicholas is reacting right now, and that's why we're seeing Nicholas get a 2-second lead. Nicholas, dude, holy crap. A Canadian at the front, out of the Giro, going up the block. We are now officially on the start of the climb, guys. They're saying it's 13.7 to the finish here. Nicholas just goes. Yardy Christian, kind of a fragile attack because Nicholas Zukowski reacts and just accelerates away. Now they're saying here 12.9 to go, 13.6 over on flow. I think these two will come back together, though. I think they're going to come back together. Where's the best place to hang out? I think we should stay right here, I think. This might be the best image for this today, guys. Yeah, Cowboy Junkies. Yeah, another great Canadian band. So many good Canadian bands, guys. Kind of like we're big in Canada. Probably the biggest one, guys, please, as Americans, please, the Tragically Hip. Please, tell me you know who they are. Dave, do you feel me? Yes, Nikki, the Sunbeam was Carroll Shelby's inspiration for the Cobra. Yeah, I think the original Sunbeam Tiger, British car, they slapped a Ford engine into it. So I think it had a 327 in it. In this tiny little two-seater. And then Carroll Shelby goes, good idea. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Call it the AC Cobra. Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. Dave saying, I think he even used Sunbeam bodies for the first Cobras. Okay. Yeah, Aaron saying, bring out the Bang Bang Shrimp. It's time to light the blue touch paper, guys. It's on. Yardy Christian Vanderlee sitting maybe 40 or 50 meters behind Nicholas Zukowski. Nicholas Zukowski looking quite racy here, guys. He's got 13 kilometers to go. And their gap right now, they're saying it's 10 seconds between the two of them. 12.6 kilometers to go. Saying he's on a 5.7% interval right now. Diego Pablo Sevilla is just a little bit behind them. Zukowski out of the saddle. He's number 118 for Q36.5. Has just a quick shoulder flick over the left-hand side. Trying to look back without looking back. I know that maneuver well, dude. You're trying to see, man, have I dropped you? Oh, no, crap, you're still there. That was what that move was. Vanderlee is hanging in there with Zukowski. Okay, yeah, Angel Lopez got the 2-year suspension. Dude, how old is Angel Lopez? He's not that old. He could come back. Now he's running a restaurant. Okay, we're talking about Rico now selling ice cream. I'm missing who were there. Someday when the full story of Miguel Angel Lopez comes out, we're going to be gobsmacked. Yeah, Matt. Rest in peace, Paul Sherwin and the blue touch paper. That was a Paul, definitely. That was a total Paul. The blue touch paper. Yeah, dude. That guy passed away way too young. Tim Neighborman being caught by the net company Ineos Grenadiers. Is that whole name now? That's a mouthful. Net company Ineos. Zukowski just sitting ahead of Vanderlee here. 12.4 kilometers. Looks like they're in a 5% section here right now. It's 20 seconds back to Diego Pablo Sevilla. Pelaton at 2 minutes and 40 seconds. These two were just right. Yeah. Zukowski, just keep having little quick looks back. Go, Nicholas Zukowski. Dude, get it. Lead all the way. Aaron, we need that. Yeah, W2F happened to Miguel Angel Lopez. Yeah, we could do that in the stream one day. Yeah, get rid of all your gels now. Zukowski looking back again. Red Bull KM. That's why he keeps looking back. He's got 100 meters to go to pick up 6 seconds here at the Red Bull KM. 6-4 and 2 coming up for our 3 leaders, Zukowski, Vanderlee, and Diego Pablo Sevilla. Pablo Sevilla has like just completely faded from view here though. He was right with him, now he's gone. He could be tucked in these cars here coming up to the Red Bull KM. Director's car, neutral service car. And wow, I think I need another nature break, guys. Canadian flag on the side of the road. Awesome to see that, man. Remember last year at the Tour de France, there was that one nutter. No, he might have been at the Giro too. Yeah, cheering on Derek G that one year, like in the pouring rain. I think he's from Victoria, Vancouver Island somewhere. And I think that's where Derek grew up. Vanderlee is now back with Zukowski. And will he attack right? He does quickly rev it up. Hopefully, thinking here, can I just drop him? Is he hurting? Zukowski jumps right on his wheel. Now through the Red Bull KM for 2 seconds is Pablo Sevilla. Bets on first key dude to drop. Ciccone. That's mine. I think that might be an easy one, I think. Drew Singh in high school in Denver 51 years ago. We joked about life after high school. I'll see you at the top. I'll be looking down. Silva blows. EF attack. Zukowski's here. Mr. Zukowski's here, dude. It's happening, dudes. I told you. Go, Nick, go. Dudes! Zukowski, bro. Man, he's up front with Vanderlee right now. He put in a nice attack. He's feeling strong today. I love seeing when like a team lets the dudes do their thing. Because sometimes, guys, they're in dedicated roles. Like, no, dude, you can't do that. You're not allowed to do that because the other dude's here. You have to do what we say. And I think maybe today, Nicholas Zukowski's been told, just go, dude. Go. If you're feeling good, go. I'd love to get some more inside details on that. Dude, everyone, please say hi to M. Zukowski that's in the chat with us right now. This is Nicholas's dad hanging out with us, guys. So cool to see that, man. It kind of blows my mind that you're here. Jonas won't like being wheel sucked. Guys, they're riding chill as they can be, guys. They're probably smashing out 350 watts here through the Red Bull KM. It's Red Bull leading the way, guys. Red Bull, Visma, Ineos, en masse. Pink jersey, maybe 20th position. Safely ensconced in that lead GC Pelaton. Vanderlee, number 48 for EF Education here. Arm flicking Zukowski right now. Nicholas says, no problems, dude. Let's roll on. No problems. Both out of the saddle now in an 8% section here. Dudes, they got a pretty good lead here. 225 on the Peloton. 225 on the Peloton, but this is going to be pretty steep. 10.8 Ks to go. Nicholas is not a small guy, though, guys. He's not small. Zukowski here. Dude, he's just a tiny bit taller than me. So this guy's walking around. His dad's here. He's probably walking around at almost 6'3" tall. 6'2.5". I guess dude, what do you think he weighs? He's got to be at least 80 kilos, maybe? 176 pounds? Probably. So he's not a lightweight climber. But yeah, he's riding for himself today, guys. Riding for himself. Dude, absolutely amazing here. I love it. Dudes, I'm going to have to do another major break. 4 Coffees is coming on hard now. I'll get caught up with the chat. Flocky saying Canada beating Sweden in hockey championships right now. 1-0. Eulalio should just seal himself to Jonas's wheel. Yeah, yeah. Eulalio, just react to Jonas. That's all you need to do every stage. You don't need to do anything extra. Justin Case is loving Justin Bieber. I'm just kidding. Men Without Hats. Now, there's Canada's pop. Yep, Men Without Hats. Gordon Downey and the Hip. Dude, guys, if you don't know the Tragical Hip, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, just put the Tragically Hip in and listen to the catalog. Amazing. Nikki saw the Tragically Hip back at the Horseshoe back in the day. Guys, the Horseshoe in TO is kind of like, what's the famous clubs in LA where all the metal rock bands play? Red Bull driving the front here, guys. At least 5 Red Bull riders here. Pellizzari, I think he's sitting 4th there. Campanart's on the front. Lidl Trek coming up. Dudes, I'm doing one last nature break. I'll be right back. right, dudes, we are back inside the home of the Nicholas Zukowski official fan club here, guys. Fast as you can make it, 21 seconds, average mammal urination time. I think I broke the record today, guys. Red Bull leading the way. Got some deer prancing around on the sidelines, just like the two boys are prancing up the roads, dudes. Prancing up the roads. I have no idea what kind of deer this is. Some kind of weird Italian deer. This animal is not loving life right now. The helicopters are hovering over him. Two riders up the road. They have 9 kilometers to go, guys. We're going to hang out here with Tour Tracker for now, just so you can see the little dots on the road. Oops. And we'll try to zoom out a bit. So this rider here, this is Sevilla. He's 50 seconds back. 2:25 to the Pelaton. And I'm going to have a good look here. Pelaton, Campenarts out the back. Campenarts is getting dropped, guys. Red Bull pushing a wicked pace right now, guys. Decathlon in the mix too. Sorry, guys. 10 kilometer go banner here for the Pelaton. And we'll jump back to the chat here. Fab Cycling, I thought Lopez was wrapped up in the EF rider Piccolo's drug running operation. Ooh. Tour of Hungary Stage 5 just finished. Red Bull team getting in front, man. Yeah, Nicholas's dad is here, guys. Check this out, guys. Insider info. His stages were supposed to be 5, 8, 11, 13, 17. He wasn't expected to be in the break today. Not a climber. Dude, he's a climber today. He's out of the saddle a lot. He's way too big to be a climber. But, dude, he's flying today, man. Flying today. TV time here. Dude, any coverage we can get is fantastic. I love this. I love it. And, you know, Q36.5, we have no Tom Pitcock. They don't really have a GC guy, I don't think. Let's take a look at Q36.5 here. It's funny, too. Like, I'm just imagining Dad. Let's call him Dad. Okay, Fabio Christian is a good name there. David De La Cruz. But we don't... Oh, we lost Moschetti earlier. So, Dad here. We'll probably hear these guys' names all the time. You know, like, talks to Nicholas. How the boys doing? Oh, yeah, there's Tom told me this. Dude, just the inside stuff here isn't... Dude, I love it. Absolutely love it. So cool that you're here. Thanks for joining us again. I try to do my best here. So it looks like Sevilla has been caught, guys. His blue dot has disappeared. 1:35 now. This Peloton is flying up. We've taken down a minute already, guys. Red Bull doing all the damage here. Visma's waiting. Visma is waiting. Zukowski and Vanderlee up front. Aaron saying, shout out for you and your son. Great ride. Yeah, incredible ride today. And Nicholas has been in the lead all day, guys. I didn't see it on video, but I have been watching all day. I think there was video feed from the very start today, which was 2:55 this morning. Yeah, I wish the two guys up front could stay away, but I don't think they're going to, guys. These guys are moving so fast. Down to 1 minute, 19 seconds now. Zukowski out front again. Wide open here, guys. Actually pretty windy up here. Watching some Norwegian flags blow. Zukowski's looking down the hill. Probably can see the Peloton coming right now. Yeah, you know what? If you look at the map here, guys, right now, he was looking over his left shoulder, which would mean they could look down there towards the west. You can see those two blue dots there. Okay, that's saying off the back. That's probably the location of the Peloton right now, though. He would have been looking over his left shoulder and looking down the road to see them coming. It's wide open. There's no trees here. Not really. And I'm looking at here. Yeah, you can see the Peloton. Jonathan Narvaez getting dropped, guys. Narvaez out the back. That surprises me a lot. This is Poggy's main dude at the Tour de France. Obviously suffering from that stage 2 crash still. Something's affecting him. Attack by Vanderlee. Vanderlee's trying to drop Zukowski right now. Vanderlee just swings up the right-hand side of the road. Zukowski just sits comfortably. Vanderlee's giving it a little push here, guys. It's getting tough here now. It is getting very tough. This is an 11% segment here, guys. Vanderlee's gone. Through that 11, 12% segment, he moves away. He's got a 10-second gap now. That's not 10 yet, but we're going to get there. Yeah, it would be cool to if you could see if he could hang on for top 10. Dude, that would be an awesome performance. Any day for Q36.5. Battling his way up. Still 8 kilometers to go, guys, with just over a 1 minute lead here. I think the Peloton's probably going to catch them within the next 1 to 2 kilometers at the rate they're coming. When we started this, I think we were at 2:45. Visma driving this front. Jonas sitting in third. I think that's Pellizzari right on his wheel. There's 2 Red Bull riders there. So the Red Bull team has been diminished. Really gusty winds up here, guys, in the open area. Ulalio, he's right there. He just has to mark every move. He doesn't have to attack. Yeah, the break will be toast soon. Vanderlee's trying to push on by himself, but I think this is a futile attempt. He's going to be sucked up too here. Aaron's saying, Colin, how do you know a teacher? One who can have 3 cups of coffee and hold it all day. Yeah, totally, man. Totally. 4 cups and I'm nonstop. That was a P record, yeah. I broke the 21-second P barrier. Felix Gall, Nikki, was off the back earlier, and they showed another decathlon rider, and there was some scuff marks on the jersey, so I think there was a small crash. Johannes Kulset is falling out the back here too for Uno X. Kulset falling out the back, and is actually riding with another Q36.5 rider. Okay, 2 riders to go here still, guys. I'm just going to jump back to PCS for a second here. Just see what I'm seeing here. Now they're saying 4 seconds. I think Nicholas is coming back to Jardy. He is. He's coming back now, guys. I think he's got a little bit of a second wind here. I bet you we hit like a slightly less incline, and he's coming back on Vanderlee's wheel. The problem is it's under 1 minute now, guys. These guys will be caught, but huge effort by these 2 dudes, and the Canadian Nicholas Zukowski bridges back across to Vanderlee and sits on his wheel. So cool to see that. Here's our location, guys. The break is 2 riders, Zukowski and Vanderlee. Second place, Kulset. Oh, okay. They're showing Kulset's location, but he is falling out of the GC group. They're not actually showing the yellow bubble. You can see it here of the Peloton. They're not actually showing it here. For some reason, we've lost the tracker. Yeah, this climb here, guys, it just keeps going and going and going. This is a tough one. Zukowski back in the lead, guys. Jonas has Sepp Kuss right in front of him, trying to figure out the other rider here. UAE drifting out the back. This is Jan Christian. He is struggling now, too. Drifting out the back. He's 7th overall in the standings, about 6.5 minutes. 6:15 down, where all the other GC riders are. And looking at this here, from this helicopter shot, bright pink shining at me. 5th, 6th place in the lead GC group. There is Afonso Ulalio riding very, very close to Jonas. Bernal drifting out the back, guys. This could probably be Wout Poels. I believe he's out the back. Egon's there. 2 Movistar riders. Movistar's already imploding, guys. For Movistar, that's Enric Mas right there. Enric Mas out the back already, guys. So our little chit-chat we had earlier about Movistar. Yeah, Enric Mas is number 81. He's got Juan Pedro Lopez with him. Enric Mas, I wonder if he's just going to slowly diesel his way back up. Probably do that. 7.5 kilometers, dudes. 7.5 kilometers. PCS is saying 6.6. That makes no sense, but it'll all bounce around here. 6.9 over here on Tour Tracker. Remember, the Blockhouse is a Category 1 climb. Who is this here? It's Piganzoli. Piganzoli is doing the pace setting for Team Visma. Sepp Kuss second. And Jonas on his wheel. Pellizzari looks like he's lurking right nearby. Bahrain Victorious has... No, that's Decathlon. I can see the pink jersey still. Just ride, dude. Just ride. That front group now, I'm going to say it's about 15 riders. About 15 riders in the Jonas group. Further back, there's a group of 5 or 6 riders. I'm seeing, looks like half the Movistar team there, it looks like. We do have 2 decathlon riders in this group. Ineos rider, that's got to be Timon Aaronsman. He is a tall, lanky dude. think I just saw lead out track there. 3 Movistar riders, 88, 84, and 81. Lopez, Mass, and who is 88? They're here to assist Mass. Guys, it's super windy. Like, they're almost like doing little mini echelons up here. 88 is Einar Rubio. 207 for Unibet. Wout Poels. I knew that was him. Wout Poels looking strong up there. He's probably the leading guy for Unibet up front there. 3, 5, 10. Yeah, maybe 20 riders in that front group. 20, 22 riders, something like that. It's all yellow on the front. Zukowski and Vanderlei just go past the 7-kilometer banner, and here they come. They're probably 100 meters back now, guys. Okay, now we got Tour Tracker showing us properly again. There's the 5-kilometer banner. 7. They've just gone under the 7-kilometer. Leonard Van Eetvelt is still up here, just hanging on to an EF rider, drifting back now. He's number 78 for Lotto Intermarché. Let's get caught back up. Yeah, Arietta, budget rider, go, big guys on climbs. Exactly. Dude, they still haven't caught them. They're 15 seconds back now. Afonso just sitting on the Red Bull guy's wheels. I think Afonso is isolated now, guys. I'll catch up with the chat and I'll have a good look. When you're on fire, terrain doesn't matter. Everything is downhill. Yeah, dude, Aaron, it's hilarious that 170 is heavy for a climber. I know. And these guys they're not short. They're big dudes. I mean, I think a real climber, they're like 5'4", 5'5", 135 pounds. I don't want to be a real climber then. I'm pretty happy with my body shape and size. Here they come, guys. They're coming past now. It's Peganzoli, Sepp Kuss, Jonas, goes past Vanderlei and Zukowski. Great job of those. You could tell that's Pellizzari from a million miles away and fourth on the road there. Well, there is 2 Rebel guys. Very similar. 6th place, Afonso Eulalio. Then it looks like 2 decathlon boys. So this would be the weakest. Derek G is not with this group. He's trying to bridge back on now. He is towing Caruso back up with him. Damiano Caruso is being towed up by Derek G right now. Afonso needs this. Eulalio needs this. They're jumping on right now, guys. I was going to say, Afonso Eulalio, he's completely isolated. That's going to be his trouble coming up over the next couple of weeks here. Maybe the next couple of days. Oh, that was insane. One of the decathlon guys pushes Peganzoli out of the way and then gives him a hand gesture. Who was that? Dude, you're going to get in trouble for that. Yeah, he pushed him out of the way. This is in the lead GC group, guys. And then gives him a hand flick, too. Yeah, there's Peganzoli slowly drifting back now. Dude, I don't know what he did wrong. You know what? He's probably drifting back. And he was slowing up so much. He probably impeded the other guy a bit. Zukowski, 118 for Q36.5. He's right behind Damiano Caruso here. And Derek G. G has to get up there now. Man, it is quite windy, guys. I keep saying that. It's very windy. So we got our big group of maybe 20, 2 chasers. Zukowski just sitting right there. Guys, he's not fading fast. I think Vanderlei is already gone. Like, gone. If I can see him here. Right here, Gregor Molberger pushed David Peganzoli out of the way as the young Italian dropped back down in the line of the group. Sepp Kuss is on the front. 2 Visma riders left. 2 Red Bull riders left. Afonso Eulalio out of the saddle, rocking and rolling, trying to keep up. Jonas has a quick peek back. How you boys doing? Afonso Eulalio just 2 wheels back from Pellizzari right now. One of the decathlon boys pulls off. So I got to assume that last rider, it's got to be, wow, guys, super windy up here. Super windy. So they're battling the climb. They're battling the winds. This doesn't look fun. 1 Jake Olula, got to be Ben O'Connor. Eulalio now at the back of the group. I think Eulalio is cracking. Eulalio has cracked already, guys. He just cracked. Boom. Done. Eulalio just cracked, guys. It's a quick 20-meter gap here. That's how quick it happens. Now, he was looking so good there. Caruso's not that far back, though. G and Caruso are probably only 20 to 30 meters behind him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there goes Jonas. Jonas is attacking, guys. Jonas just attacked. I could see Sepp pull off. Jonas goes. Felix Gall, third place. That is Felix, for sure. This must be Pellizzari on his wheel. It is Pellizzari on Jonas's wheel right now. Felix Gall's there. I think we're going to see Jonas and Pellizzari drop Gall right away. Slight gap opening. Actually, come on, Pellizzari. Stay on that wheel. There's a slight gap opening. Yep. Gall's slowly starting to drift, guys. Slowly drifting. And then there's a big gap to the other Red Bull rider. Gall is following, but I think he's going to be dropped. Gall's gone now, guys. Gall's gone. Jonas and Pellizzari here. Jonas digging hard now, guys. Still 5.2 kilometers to go here. According to Flow Bikes. What's PCS saying? Ooh, this is exciting, dudes. This is exciting times here. 4.5. They're both saying 4.5. Flow Bikes saying 5.1 right now. Sorry, guys. I wanted to do this. Here's our situation. That's the chase of 7 riders. And where's our leaders? Okay, they're not showing up probably here, guys. 2 riders, 4 riders, 7 riders there. It's Jonas and Pellizzari, the only 2 up front. Pink jersey is now 40 seconds behind. So Navarez, yeah, there it is. Tom Schenk asked Hazulalio. He just got dropped, dude. He just got dropped in the last minute and a half. So he's just dropped now. Caruso wasn't that far back, and Caruso was coming back up. Aaron saying Nick needed to 7 kilometers to go. I think he's still going to finish pretty high today. Pellizzari and Jonas just go under the 5 kilometer banner. I can see Gall in the distance. He's just gone under now. I can't see anyone else. Dudes, wicked wins up here. Wicked wins. Yeah, Derek was off the back before with Caruso. Okay, so I'm caught up, guys. I am caught up. There goes Jonas, attacked by the flying fish. Jonas has asked the question. Yeah, Pellizzari is the only one that can go with him. Sprint between those two, Pellizzari wins. Pellizzari answers, thankfully, I know. We don't want a race where he just walks us. This is kind of what I thought was going to happen here. Dudes, I'm kind of thinking maybe... Oh, that's Nicholas Zukowski's there. Zukowski is riding right on Afonso Lalo's wheel with Derek G in front of him. I was looking for the other Bahrain victorious rider, Caruso. I haven't seen him. Jonas out of the saddle. Quick look over the left shoulder. How you doing, Burrow? How you doing back there? I think Pellizzari's looking pretty slick. It's Visma versus Red Bull, guys. Felix Gall riding solo number 31 for decathlon here. Nikki Lynn, I'm going to miss the finale as work is calling. Dave, have a great day, man. Looking back here, that must be Ben O'Connor. They're riding with the Lido Trek. Felix is hovering. Ooh, Pellizzari cracks. Pellizzari is cracked, guys. Jonas is going solo now. Pellizzari saying that's enough for me today. Hopefully he can recover and dial it back in and not let this thing just race down the road. Yeah, Pellizzari's cracked, everyone. Fab Cycling, Aaron saying the same thing. Vingo tightens the screws from Justin Casey here. The race to walk us is on. The race to walk us is on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Pellizzari's done, man. He's going in reverse. Yeah, he just cracked hard there, boys. When they crack, it's just done. It's just done. I'm really going to be looking forward to seeing how Nicholas does here. Dude, he's with Derek G right now. There's not that many riders up the road there. Yeah, so right here, guys. We got Jonas up front. Pellizzari's following in second place. He's just cracked. Felix Gall's in third. 7 riders chasing Ciccone. That's our Trek rider. Jonas Roosh. Big dude. I'm surprised he's up there. Timon Aaronsman is there. Jai Hindley. Ben O'Connor. Storer. Matisse Rondell. The last time I looked, let me think here. There's Derek G right there. Zukowski was with them the last time we saw them. That's Eulalio, Derek G, Chris Harper, Sepp Kuss, and Davide Piganzoli. So I think Zukowski's floating nearby somewhere. Leonard Van Eetvelt's off the back. Jefferson Alexander Cepeda's off the back. Under the 4 kilometer to go now, Baron, the Ely banner. Felix Gall is now with Palazzari. So Palazzari's faded, and Gall is caught up with him. So Gall more not on the big instantaneous attack, more on I'm going to grind this out slowly. He attacks now. He attacks Palazzari. Palazzari, 0 reaction. Palazzari's looking back. I need a teammate. I need a teammate, bro. I need a teammate right now. Yeah, this is looking tough for Palazzari. Felix Gall there. Okay, here we go. The Tudor boys are with Ciccone. Timon Ahrensman, number 92. Ahrensman's leading the way. And they are chasing 2 riders. I'm just trying to figure out who that is ahead of us here, guys. That's the 4 kilometer banner. I think Gall and Palazzari are further up the road right now. There's 2 riders just ahead of us here. We can't tell who they are yet. Motorbikes are zooming up there now. Wow, purple jersey, Ben O'Connor. Ben O'Connor and Jai Hindley. Okay, there's Jai. So Jai and Ben O'Connor have gone by themselves. Still trying to figure out. Okay, here's Eulalio. Eulalio's here. Number 14. Bahrain Victorious. He's got a rider directly ahead of him. That looks like an NSN rider. I'm trying to figure out who that is. I don't know who that would be. Jonas by himself. 3.5 kilometers to go here, guys. Saying 2.6. We'll figure that out in a second. 30 kilometer winds out of the southwest. It's 8 degrees Celsius up here. These guys will be freezing. Gall is TTing his way back on. Passes Palazzari. He gave him basically Gall jumped on, stayed there for 2 seconds, attacked up the right hand side. Didn't give him any second to recover when he caught him. Yeah, exactly, Aaron. Gall goes around Palazzari like he's standing still. Full crack, fry to follow the fish. Full crack, try to follow the fish. Yeah, Gall's going. Palazzari really suffering. That surprises me. To me, it was Jonas, Palazzari, Gall somewhere behind them. We can't see Jonas right now. Gall riding solo. Strong winds again, guys. Strong winds up here. And Fab is saying that Gall is taking time on Jonas. Fab Cycling, no, who's this? Flocky. Eulalio might lose 3 minutes to the anchovy. Yeah, dude, like how quickly that happens. The Blockhouse playing early. The GC's coming out to play early. Guys, I thought this might be a non-event today. I thought, yeah, it's going to be a brutally tough stage. We're going to see lots of action, but I didn't think the GC would change this much. Not what I was expecting at all. Vingago here says 2.8 Ks to go. Okay, Flo saying 3K right there. Next up is Palazzari. Felix Gall's in between the two of them. Gall's tracker not showing up. We got 2 riders chasing. Another group of 4, same former riders, and then Eulalio. 1 minute 30 back already. Yeah, he could easily lose 2 minutes plus, maybe more. Gall's really not... Yeah, I think Gall is bringing Jonas back a little bit. Just from what I'm seeing from the banners, Gall goes under the 3 kilometer banner now. And it is saying here, Felix Gall is getting a little closer to Jonas. The Austrian is pacing this climb extremely well. The roads are happy. We'll see what... Oh, dudes, we're going to see what happens in a fortnight. Yeah, see that? See how I did that? Ben O'Connor, Jai Hindley are coming up on Palazzari. Dudes, the GC is getting interesting here. Going to be a complete mishmash today of the GC, guys. All these dudes that are dominating right now in the actual GC, these guys are all the dudes that are like 6.5 minutes back. Here's Palazzari, Timon Ahrensman, Vingago, Caruso, Ben O'Connor right here, Jai Hindley. These guys are flying up now. We could probably take a look at the virtual GC. It's still Eulalio right now because he has such a huge lead. Igor Arieta. Jonas goes up 12 positions into 3rd place right now. It's going to go up more. Jonas is pushing incredibly hard, guys. His cheeks are that Jonas red. The Jonas red cheek look. Felix Gall moving up 20 positions right now. Some riders going down, some coming up. There's going to be some big winners today, guys. Jai Hindley up 11 positions, but Felix Gall up 20 positions right now. We'll zoom that map over a little bit more. Neerman screaming at the go, Jonas, come on, you are killing them all, Jonas, you are killing them. You are killing them, you go. Just screaming. I wonder if Poggy's watching this going, yeah, not bad. I wonder what he really thinks. He's sitting at home somewhere. Yeah, whatever. Come on, man. Jonas is going to smash the record for this climb by minutes. Dude, I want to see Jonas reinvented this year to take on Poggy. That's what I want to see. Yeah, it looks really good here. Really controlled. A little bit of rocking and rolling in the shoulders, but dudes, he's smashing his way up this climb. We are in a, what is it saying here right now? Almost a 10% gradient here. He's 6:22 down overall, but he's already put 2 minutes into the pink jersey. It is a 10% section moving at 22k an hour right now. Big day, guys. Big day. About just after 9 o'clock in the morning here. As soon as I'm done here, send some emails off to work. I got to get on the bike early today. If I leave it, I won't do it. This is good here. We got Pellizzari and Hindley together with Ben O'Connor. Gall going under the 2 kilometer banner now. And it does say again, Felix Gall is closing. Felix Gall, I think the initial attack, he doesn't like that. Dude, there's a bunch of leaves and stuff on the road here. The leaves are blowing all over the place. Super windy. Actually, yeah, we can see Jonas just up the road from Gall. So did Jonas attack a little bit too hard? I think Jonas might have went so hard. Some of the dudes that paced themselves a little bit better, right here, Vingegaard and Gall. He's only 20 seconds back. There's a chase of 4 riders at 55 seconds back. 4 riders, well, there's 3 for sure here. It's 2 Red Bull boys, Jai Hindley, Pellizzari, and Ben O'Connor. Yep. Pellizzari's sitting on the back right now. Jai doing all the work at the front. Jonas would be able to compete with Poggy, but when Poggy isn't there, dudes like Jonas and Remco look superhuman superstars. Yeah, Aaron. Only taking 20 seconds on Gall would be less than optimal. Yeah, especially because Gall's pulling time back. Gall's at 17 seconds, guys. Gall is pulling time back now. So, did Jonas attack a little too hard there? Bury himself a little too deep? The other guy's a little bit more chill. I'm going to pull my way back up. It's a long climb. Jonas has still got 1.4 kilometers to go, apparently. And here's Gall. He's on the same little stretch of road right now. 16 seconds. I think Gall might catch him. Let's say it. I'm going to say it right now. Gall's going to catch him. Gall's going to catch him. Gall wants stage win for decathlon. It's doable. Flocky saying Mrs. Flocky climbing the VeloGames GC. I haven't even looked at mine. For the Giro anyways. Fab Cycling. The road is going to run out on Gall, but he still did everything right. Yeah, guys, we're down to a 4% here. Yeah, Jonas is still going hard. Mouth wide open, very red-cheeked. Pushing 334 watts, it's saying right now. Spinning 90 RPMs, over 400 watts now. Dude, when you weigh nothing, that's big wattage. What does Jonas weigh? 60 kilograms? 400 watts? That's almost 7 watts a kilo. Almost 7 watts a kilo. That's like super world class right there, guys. Gall, 17 seconds with 1 kilometer to go. Chase group at 108 back from the front. And here comes, this is the 1 kilometer now? Yeah. Lantern Rouge, 1 kilometer to go. This is quite a bit ahead here. Yeah, this is way ahead here compared to what I'm seeing. So I want to make sure, yeah, this is as live as I can make it, guys, on Flow Bikes. So maybe we'll just see what happens here. If we're that far behind, we're going to kind of use both. Yeah, it's chilly up here, guys. There's still snow on the ground here. We're at a big ski resort up top. Lots of snow up in the hills there. Remember, I think we're at 1,700 meters. says here the 2 leaders are out of a wooded section where they had some protection from the wind and out onto the open mountainside. Is it really even 10? I don't even know if it's 16 seconds right now. Just trying to see where Jonas is. I'm trying to lean down again, right? Okay, we're looking at Jonas coming. Will we see Felix in the distance? Not yet. Camera cut away, flags flopping around everywhere. Says here Jonas has 500 meters to go. I'm thinking here he's probably going to cross the finish line right away. Tour Tracker says they finished. Tour Tracker says there's 0 kilometers remaining, but they haven't. Just say Jonas is going to win, but Felix won't be far behind. Jonas in the barriers now, guys. At the top. Dudes, we've been racing for 6 hours and 7 minutes. 6 hours and 7 minutes. Jonas takes a big right-hander here. They're going to be pulling those cars out soon. And I'm surprised. Yeah, there it is. Jonas wins the blockhouse. So you can see here Flow Bikes is probably 20 seconds behind, something like that, because Jonas is going to be crossing the finish line right away here. Let's just see how good Felix can do. I'm waiting to see him in the distance. There's Felix now. I'd say Felix is less than 100 meters behind. So Jonas here wins now on Flow Bikes. Kisses the hand. He always does that. Kisses his right hand. I think he's got a ring on that hand. Felix will be crossing the finish line. Dude, nice job by Felix Gall. That 17 seconds now becomes 13. So he pulled time back. Red Bull boys coming. This is Jai Hindley and Pelazzari with Ben O'Connor. Really impressed with Ben O'Connor here, guys. There will be time bonuses at the top too. Yeah, Felix looking strong. Dude, I thought he was cracked, done. Like, oh, Felix is done. Yeah, there we go. Felix Gall, he is back, guys. Got dropped, fought his way back. I wonder if we'll hear something. Yeah, I kind of went a bit too hard. Here's an attack by Jai Hindley here. He's separating, putting distance between himself, Pelazzari, and Ben O'Connor. Jai Hindley here on a resurgence. Out of the saddle, sprinting, going for time bonifications. Across the line, Pelazzari, 3 seconds later. O'Connor right with Pelazzari. Everyone's getting their jackets on right away, guys. Yeah, Fab was only about 10 seconds back at the end. Let's see when the pink comes in. Yeah, exactly, dudes. What I will do is I'm going to jump back over to PCS for a second here. We got a two-door rider coming in next. 1 minute, 29 seconds down. Who would that have been? Store. Would have been Store. I think this is Ciccone. Ciccone is coming in next. 140 down. There's Derek G. Here's, I think this is Matisse Rondell for two-door. And Aaronsman. All finished together. Jonas is on the phone right away. Hi, honey. Yeah, I did a good job today. How's stuff at home? Do I need to paint anything? I love making fun of him. He's an incredible cyclist, guys. Just that whole kitchen renovations things. That joke will never end for me. There is an NSN rider up here. I knew there was. Dude, I think that's Zukowski. Was that Zukowski? I think it was. Maybe. We're going to see here. Here's Bernal. Here's the lefter of the Visma team. Here's Eulalio. I thought that was a Q36.5 guy there. Top 10, guys. Eulalio sprinting now. Afonso Eulalio sprinting here. He's with Caruso. That's probably Wout Poels again. Sepp Kuss, Pig Anzoli. Afonso working as hard as he can to limit losses. He's going to lose just under 3 minutes today, guys. Wout Poels actually takes him at the finish line. Vingegaard, Felix Gall, Jai Hindley. Pelazzari, Ben O'Connor at 105 back. Matisse Rondell. Oh, it was Matisse Rondell for two-door. I thought it was Storer. Matisse Rondell comes in next. Ciccone, followed by Derek G, Michael Storer, Timon Aaronsman. Nice finish there, guys. Okay, dudes, I want to look at something real quick here. I thought... okay, so... Oh, that's yesterday. I'm looking to see where Zukowski finished. I'm trying to get some notification here where he finished. We won't see any more places here for now. Okay, this is a different Q30 6.5 rider here. It's not Zukowski, I don't believe. Not sure who that is. A lot of Intermarchator. That could be Leonard Van Eetvelt comes across the finish line. Jonas already spinning down. He's got a blue little wrap towel on his shoulders. He's already been on the phone with the wife. Already said hi to the kids. I'm expecting a kiss soon. White nasal strip. Dude, there's a lot of snow up here. It must be cold up here. Yeah, nice job by Jonas. Great job by Jonas. Eddie, 6-hour cycling in the Queen stage. Dude, I think stage 19 is technically the Queen stage, but dude, this is hard enough as it was. Best Pro Tour rider. Remember, guys, not Pro, not World Tour. Matisse Rondel is in 6th place. Luca Mazzato here. Oh, that was yesterday. 7th place. Ludovico Crescioli for Team Polti Malta was 10th on stage 5. So, really nice job here. For Matisse Rondel Pro Series team. That's Tudor Pro Cycling. Dudes, great stage. Jonas says, honey, did you find some nice cabinets? Yeah, what's my next thing? I think he kissed his handlebars there. Then he kisses the back of the hand. Little fist pump. Just 23-inch pythons pumped up. Dude, if I was that skinny, come on. Come on. I know he's all muscle. I know there's no fat, but dude, just so skinny. So skinny. Good job for Jonas. Now, how would Poggy have held up here? Like, yeah, dude, it's who's at the races, right? Yeah, great race. We'll see later how Zukowski finished up there. I hope he finished as high up as possibly could. It looked like he was battling. I did see a Q30 6.5 rider. I kind of thought it was him there riding with that NSN rider. Great job by Gall. Man, he has some big sunglasses on. Jonas, cool guy, gives a nice fist pump to Eulalio. Still gets to keep that jersey here. This looks like Jan Christian just finishing now. Jan Christian or Igor Arieta? Young Riders jersey. Dude, like 6 minutes down. Oh, and dudes, they're riding right back down the hill. So they have to ride down there. There's no buses up here. The broadcast booth is up here, but not enough room for the buses to come up. Or maybe there's somewhere. They might be just down the hill a little bit. I think I saw some buses just down the hill. Dude, awesome stage here. What's coming up tomorrow? Tomorrow, kind of like a medium mountain day, let's say. Only 1,800 meters climbing, so not even half of what we did today. More of a breakaway stage day, I think. Start with the climb. Big flat section. Sprint point right in the middle of the stage. Category 3, Category 4. Time bonifications on the third climb of the day, which is not categorized. Category 4 to finish. And actually, the finale looks kind of tough. Actually, it is categorized. It's another Category 4 at the finish. Dudes, breakaway stage tomorrow, I believe. Really cool stage. Dudes, got to start my day. But let's have some final comments here. Great chat today, guys. Fab Cycling Rondel after platform diving through the rear window. Oh, that was him. So it was Rondel. So the guy that finished 6th today went through the back window of the UAE car yesterday. Does he have metal bones? Great comment, dude. Jonas posted his 49th pro win. It's his 7th win of the year, the first since the Volta e Catalogna GC 47 days ago. Jonas, guys, total professional. He's still doing the spin down on the Tax Neo 2T, maybe 3T train or whatever they call him now. Same trainer I ride. So it's Eulalio in first place. Jonas is now 3 minutes 17 seconds back. Gall at 3:34. Jai Hindley 4:25. Pellizzari at 4:28. Ben O'Connor 4:32 down. Matisse Rondel. Giulio Ciccone for Trek. Timon Aaronsman for Ineos, Net Company Ineos, and Michael Storer. Wow, dudes, we have 2 two-door riders in the top 10. 2 Red Bull riders. Ben O'Connor, 6th place, looking good. Lot of moves up the GC here, guys. Awesome day out there. We are high up, and there's a lot of snow here. Kind of thinking Paso Gao. Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of snow because I think it's 600 or 700 meters higher up than this. The blockhouse, nicknamed the Monster, is notoriously difficult Italian cycling climb. It's where Eddie Merckx won his first, I think he won a stage at his first Giro win, I think is what I was just saying there. Dudes, I'm all over myself right now. Flocky, ciao dudes, well done Colin. Flocky, thanks for having me, bro. Thanks for the chat, Colin, great stuff. Dudes, okay guys, I'm going to jump. Lots going on here today. Got a little bit of business, a little bit of working out, and whatever else I got up to. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the community. You guys make this whole channel happen. If you guys aren't here, there's no channel here. That's just it. Enjoy your urine therapy. Have some good sardines.